Oh,
there we go.
shit.
We are now live.
Oh.
Okay. So, hello everybody to the Nerd Talk Show where we don't follow our title of the channel apparently. Welcome to D&D session.
Welcome to D&D Take 2. We're since we last left off, we have lost our cat and have decided we're just going to try this again from the top.
Yeah. We're not going to see our cat for quite some time.
Fucking suck, right?
I mean, you did.
Okay, so we brought another cat. Her name is Artemis, and she's the cutest damn thing ever.
Artemis.
Stop. Alright, so... Good evening. I'm Cyrus, your Dungeon Master. And...
I'm Recon the Bard.
Recon the Bard. What's your actual name, Recon?
Dalek.
Right. So in character names...
Dicklick.
It is not Dicklick.
It kind of is, though.
Zephyr.
Very sweet.
Or Sue.
Sometimes Sue when we're lazy or forgetful.
Which is all the time.
Which is me.
I'm going to try, I swear. I'll probably be really bad at it, but I'm going to try.
So that way, I'm not wrong. Curry Sui.
Sue T.
Suti. Okay, see? That's why I said I'm going to call you Sue.
Alright, so moving past the players' inability to tell each other's names. So this time around, we're starting the campaign with a little bit of exposition, if you will. So each of the three characters... Oh, right, I forgot you didn't graduate.
Well, I'm also illiterate.
Alright, so Zephyr's a barbarian is taking this illiteracy to the next level. I'm gonna make you reach for it.
Yeah.
Just to watch you
What
suffer.
did he drop? Oh,
My phone.
he drops his phone.
His character sheet.
We are off to a wonderful start.
We are off. You lead off to a wonderful start.
Just like every time that we start off.
All right. So, who wants to get an item first?
I do.
All right.
I volunteer as tribute.
So, Dalek, on your travels as a wayward bard, at one point you were paid for your troubles of singing with a mysterious hunk of metal, roughly the shape of a blade or maybe some kind of serrated knife. It's roughly 2 feet long, and it seems to hold no purpose other than being a broken blade, but sometimes you swear that it whispers to you.
So I just put Whispered Blade.
Whispering blade.
Okay.
It never says anything nice.
Why? Why do I get the not nice one?
And sometimes it feels like it's prodding your conscience in the general direction of east.
What is east? Oh, isn't like going
Mhm.
east? Okay.
It's the opposite of Weast.
It's the opposite of east.
Opposite of east. All right, who's next?
Wow. Mike, you said it's 2 foot long?
His part is 2 foot long.
Where's he hiding this?
Right?
Probably in a backpack of some sort because it doesn't fit
Bag
down
of
your
holding.
trousers. Yes, you can put
There's
in your
no
bag of
way.
holding. Every time you put it near the entrance of the bag of holding, though, you feel a vague sense of disappointment.
Do I have a
In
mimic?
himself or in the...
It feels like it's coming from the blade.
Do I have a mimic? Is that what this is?
I decline comment.
Oh, God.
I believe that it will be.
I'll be next.
All right,
What am I getting?
for you, Zephyr.
Oh, no.
Whereas the bard in question has found what seems to be the end of the sword, you seem to have found what appears to be a similar blade shard, but rather the middle of the blade, roughly 3 feet long, and with deep serrated grooves. It also never seems to say anything nice to you and is fond of insulting your intelligence.
What does it mean by that?
Yes. You are because of your barbarian nature, you are mostly immune to its taunts. But every time you pull the blade out to look at it, it glows slightly blue, and it evokes a faint feeling of winter. It also seems to be driving or prodding you gently eastward.
So I'm also headed east.
You are indeed also headed east.
Okay.
And you, Kurisuti, you picked up the final piece. Appears to be a broken blade, or rather, the handle with a bit of the blade sticking out the top of it. It has an elegant cross-wrapped handle all the way down, similar to a katana, with lovely black leather and a very thick round pommel. The bit of blade that's left on it is similarly serrated, and the blade says nothing to you. But when you dream at night, you have visions, so to speak, of a elegant woman dressed in white, with a very cold, stern expression, pointing vaguely eastward.
So she's dreaming of me.
You are not a woman dressed in white. You are a black dwarf in a patch mail armor, looking for a place to die.
That's true. That's true.
During your travels, I'll give you all the option. Would you like to have met up along the way, or would you like to have a classic meet and greet in the tavern?
I don't know. You mentioned all three of us are heading eastbound.
Yes.
I'm curious. Like, what if what if Sue is farther north up? I'm farther south down, and he's right in the middle. We're all heading eastbound. Like, logically, how are we gonna be meeting up if we're all going straight east?
Because eventually you'll probably hit the edge of the continent.
Yeah.
And unless you really want to go out to sea, there is an easternmost town by the name of Market, which you feel slightly drawn to.
Okay, so
Now you can meet up before you get to Market, but otherwise, we're gonna have a meet and greet in a tavern Market.
I'd say the meet and greet in the tavern and Market.
So you all meet up in Market. So we're just drawn to Market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I feel like whatever's there, I can either kill or will kill me.
You will kill it. It will kill you, or at least it will get the annoying nagging sensation of the sword out of your head.
Right.
But the closer you get to it, the more thoroughly obnoxious this feeling is.
Good.
Oh God.
All right, Zephyr likes to be angry. That makes sense.
Even to the barbarians be angry.
All right. So Market is a small fishing village of probably 300-400 people, and is named for the weekly market meeting where all of the surrounding towns within roughly a 50-mile radius come to do business. Now, it is referred to, of course, as Market Day. You all arrive in town on Market Day, and the single inn in this tiny town is packed.
I hate Market Day already.
Oh, yes.
I love Market Day already.
Two kinds of people.
He doesn't have to hear himself sing.
Curry, Susan, how do you feel about Market Day?
I don't like all these people.
All right, good. Here, chalk it up for 2 for the antisocial. All right.
I'm a bard. What can I say? I love people.
I just
You
don't
love people.
like people. Especially ones that sing.
Oh, this is going to be great. All right. So the first to arrive in the tavern, because he's actively looking forward and knows how to be the center of attention, Dalek.
Hello, everybody.
No.
Dalek arrives in the tavern first. You come in roughly 9 o'clock in the morning, but there's already a bustling crowd gathering. People who came in the night before for market day have stayed overnight and are gathering breakfast. And there's already a rowdy little band in one corner of the room drinking heavily.
And I am joining them.
All right. So Dalek springs right for the booze. How are you going to approach them?
I'm going to be like, hey, y'all looking for an extra guitar player?
I don't think he meant band like that. I think he meant like this.
Oh, as in a band of drunks? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, then I'm going to have
that.
I took it literally.
No, a rowdy band of people getting drunk.
Yeah, a group of drunks. Okay, yeah. I would go in to grab a couple mugs of ale and meet up with them. So,
Okay.
y'all seem like a lively bunch. How would y'all like some music?
So the group collectively stops talking, collectively turns to look at you, and this group of not so clean humans looks down at you. One of them, who seems to be missing all of his front teeth, squeaks down at you, takes a sip. We don't take too kindly to your kind around here.
I hold up a mug of ale. I'll make it worth your while.
Done. Actually, fuck it. Roll persuasion. Or diplomacy. Diplomacy. I got my editions mixed up again.
Where are you at? So diplomacy. That's a 15.
All right. So their attitude changes pretty dramatically when you mention ale, and as you hand them the mug, they're like, all right, a quarterling, play us a tune.
All right. I pull out my guitar and I start playing.
All right, performance, please.
Woohoo!
I hope it's bad.
All right, self-sabotaging party.
15.
All right, you play a decent little ditty, and when you finish playing, they clap and go another. And this continues for a little while. Who would like to be steppers?
Good. That was a lot worse. That is 12.
It's not a lot worse.
You're right.
Eh.
So I'm second. I'm second.
All right, so Zephyr, you come into the bar because god damn, you need a drink.
You sure about that?
Well, you are in market on market day. There are
There's a lot
lots
of
of
people.
people around.
I feel like I would be an angry drunk though.
You might be.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's take a drink.
All right, so what are you drinking, and how are you going to acquire said drink?
Gonna steal it.
Okay. From whom?
Dalek. He said he has two, right?
Dalek is currently playing guitar in the corner to the drunks who are becoming increasingly tolerant of him, but not necessarily friendly towards.
I'm just happy I have an audience.
For the record, your guitar is more like a ukulele at your size.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
exactly.
It's not a big old bass.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
If they're a bass would have a neck too long, they'd be taller than him.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I was just thinking he's small.
Slap at a bass, play it like an upright.
Oh my God.
No, I'll
Tap
buy,
dance on the
buy a
bass.
glass of ale.
All right.
I'm not trying to start too much of a fight yet.
All right, so you drink an ale, and you realize after about halfway through the first one, it is piss weak. There's nothing to your dwarven standards,
That's
and
fair.
it's a little disappointing, honestly. Luckily, as a dwarf with high alcohol tolerance, you are used to the disappointment of human ale.
That's sad.
It is.
It just makes me mad.
All right, Zephyr is getting mad. And Curry Suti, what brings you to the bar? Since you're not necessarily the angry type, but also not the social type.
I just wanted to see what was happening.
All right, stepping out and away from the major crowds and accidentally into another one. All right, so as you enter the bar, you are assaulted by the wave of smell. It smells like sadness and breakfast.
Smells like home.
It smells like Is that in or out of character?
In character.
In character.
And out of character.
What is your home life like? Or was your home life? I imagine, that you're an
Sad
adventuring
breakfast.
borderline samurai. Well, Ronin, really.
It's that, and all we eat is breakfast.
What a dismal life indeed. All right, so you're right at home in the bar, except for the massive crowd. Unless, of course, your family was also this large for some reason. No. All right. So you enter the bar. You see or you hear a faint tune from the corner where there's a halfling bard playing a ukulele. Everyone else appears to be a human, save for a dwarf drinking at the bar and glowering down into his mug.
In disappointment.
Growing anger. You can see the disappointment on his face, and as it slowly transitions into anger. I didn't get driven eastward for this shit.
Maybe I'll go try to calm him down.
All right.
Something bad happened.
All right. So sensing that the dwarf is about to slug somebody, you, in your good nature, decide that maybe you should go and try and calm the dwarf down. All right. So how are you going to approach this dwarf?
Cautiously.
Okay. So are we talking cautiously like a wild animal, or like just kind of easing your way up?
Easing my way up.
All right, so you ease your way up onto his left-hand side, which is the only spot open at the bar still. And you see Zephyr glowering down into his mug. What would you like to say?
What's wrong?
All right, you, Zephyr.
Shit.
You get a curt response.
And don't drink it.
I see you were quite the diplomat. I hate this one. Stop doing it. All right, go ahead and roll me a diplomacy with a -5 for less than tactful.
My diplomacy's already at 0, so.
All right, so roll the dice and subtract 5.
-5.
All right, D20. That'll be it.
So she gets a total of 5.
Total of 5. All right. You are Zephyr. How do you feel about someone telling you basically to suck it up or stop?
Not happy.
All right. So how do you react?
Oh.
Question. Do I happen to see this confrontation?
No, you're busy playing music right now. You did notice the dwarf walk into the bar because he's the only non-human in the bar except you.
Yeah. Okay, well then I'm too busy playing my music to take notice just yet then.
All right, keep on playing your music.
Yeah, keep playing your music, bitch.
All right, so suddenly the dwarf lashes out the musician in the corner, who has had nothing to do with this so far.
I'm annoyed by this music. I'm annoyed. Yeah, let's
annoyed.
Let's do that. We'll do that. I'm annoyed that she's come up insulting me for their shitty beer. And I gotta listen to the shitty music in the process.
You probably actually wouldn't hate this music, but you're in a bad mood.
Yeah. And it's progressively getting worse because the humans in the corner.
Right. They're drunk and happy that they're drunk.
Right.
Can I hear him saying that my music is crap?
Yes, you absolutely can.
I'm just like, hey gentlemen, are you all okay if I be right back? I stop my ukulele, put it down real quick. I come up to you, and I'm just like, hey buddy, what seems to be the problem?
Everything.
I look at the bartender. What's your strongest drink?
Blinks for a moment. Sir, we don't serve that kind of liquor this early in the morning.
What's your strongest drink?
Oh,
I will pay you 3 gold for it.
Diplomacy.
I forgot it was early morning.
Yeah, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Drinking early in the morning, drinking ale in the morning is
So,
Drinking whiskey?
But I've been having this thing tell me how bad of a person I am
Yeah.
for months now.
Modified 20.
Very good. All right. He looks at you and he goes, 5.
5 gold it is. They give him the strongest drink.
All right. So you reach your pocket, take 5 gold off your inventory. He whips a bottle out from under the counter. There appears to be an orc skull on it.
Oh man!
With big old triple X underneath it.
Would this cheer you up, my good friend?
So he pours a shot. All right, are you going to advise that in character or out of character? In character? Right, so the samurai leans over and goes, don't do it.
Would this cheer you up, my good friend?
Yes.
Then let's drink.
You can, sir. So we only poured 1 shot.
I know. I'm encouraging him to drink it.
You said let's drink. I thought you
I
were
know.
going to drink too.
No.
Okay. All right, so
I'm having too much fun sober.
what was your, okay, give me one more persuasion and you get a, oh wait, you already want to do it anyway, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, you don't even have to roll it. So you take a look at it, and you can smell it over a foot away from you. It is a strong pungent odor that smells suspiciously like rubbing alcohol.
I gently put my hand over the shot glass and I'm just like, I'll let you have this as long as you tell me my music isn't bad.
Oh, now there's a threat involved.
It's not a threat.
5 gold.
All right.
It's not a threat. I'm just saying, I want to hear him say that my music isn't bad.
All right. An ultimatum has been delivered.
No. Poking an angry bear. Or at least an angry cub.
You're as strong as some bears.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say it. It's not happening.
So, glowers at you. Just defiant.
I look at the bartender and I'm just like, I think he doesn't want this after all. And slowly slides the shot glass back to the bartender.
He's like, all right.
Okay.
And he puts it back in there and he opens the bottle back up, pours it back in, cleans the glass out, and goes back to business.
Darn.
You wasted 5 gold.
Fine.
You did just make it the bartender's day though, because that'll cover his expenses for the next 3 weeks.
I bet.
All right, so now you have an annoying halfling to your right and a samurai who told you to stop drinking on your left.
I could have been gone by now.
This is getting worse by the minute.
Yes, it is.
I could have been gone by now. This is all your fault, buddy.
One moment. You roll some dice too.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, about this time, to add insult to injury for you, Sword starts talking.
Ah.
Rather than talking, you just get a feeling of disappointment, like a disappointed father, followed by the word bitch.
Oh. Can we hear that?
No.
No, it's just me. God damn it. That's kind of left me in a pickle, honestly. I'm stuck. I can't do anything.
I mean,
I could walk away, but I have a feeling that these 2 fuckers are going to follow me.
you could walk
Especially
away.
the bar.
You could slug one of them. This is a bar.
Ooh, that's good.
I have no reason to follow you.
That's good. Can we punch the bar?
You can. All right. I need you to roll me an attack roll. All right.
Sorry, kitty.
All right. So roll me an attack roll. Here it should be base attack, which is 4 plus your strength of 3.
Okay.
But you're not proficient, so you take a -4, so just +3.
Okay.
Roll a +3 to hit whatever your AC is, Dalek. Oh, with a +1 for surprise.
Oh, okay. All right.
So +4.
Which one am I rolling?
D20 always.
D20. All right. Oh no! Here, let me.
One more
Nice
time.
and gentle.
No.
2.
Total?
Not in total.
What? 5?
2
Right?
plus 4, I believe.
6.
Oh, 6.
6. All right. What's your AC?
13.
All right. So the dwarf takes an angry swipe at you, but his arm can't quite reach.
Come on, buddy.
Is it because it's too short, or
Yes.
just? Oh, okay.
I look at you. Ooh, so close.
All right. Cinder, you use your action to taunt. You can try again.
Let's do it.
All right. This time. Oh, also you can enter a rage if you'd like. Just a reminder. Is it worth your 1 use of your rage per day to slug this bard as hard as you can?
Not yet.
All right, take another swing, or you can attempt to grapple him if you'd like.
No, we'll take another swing.
All right, take another swing.
He's taunting it at this point.
Yep. True, but you can also grapple people and punch him while he's down. Would you like to grapple instead? Just try to tackle him to the ground.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, so your grapple.
No! he already said he's trying to
What
swing.
did you roll?
He, in total, got 7.
No, your modifiers are different now.
Oh,
so
okay.
what would you roll on the dice?
3.
3?
Yeah.
So 3 plus 4 from base attack plus 3. So 7 plus 3. 10. So you get to roll a counter grapple. As this dwarf lunges off of his chair.
No, I'm going to just hop back and then go back to the...
No. You have to roll a counter grapple.
Oh.
This
So
is to get the dwarf off of you as he attempts
Okay.
to grab a hold of you.
So what do I roll again?
So
counter
you-
grapples.
You might have a grapple already listed on there.
Let me take a look.
I don't know what your character sheet does or does not have.
I did not have grapple.
Okay, so what is your attack bonus?
My attack bonus.
Your base attack bonus.
+3.
All right, so you have +3 from base attack bonus, and you get, what is your strength?
My base strength is... For the modifier,
Yes.
-2.
-2. Okay, so down to +1, and you're a small creature. That's another -4. So you're rolling at a -3.
Oh, God.
All right, so you have to roll at least a 13.
Nope.
What did you roll?
It's not a nat 1.
What did you roll?
2.
All right, so Zephyr comes lunging off the bar stool and tackles your bitch ass to the ground. He is now on top of you, and you're not quite pinned, but you're definitely on top. At this point, you have the option to slug him, or you can pin him better.
Let's pin him.
All right, another grapple from both of you.
Yes.
Yeah,
20, right?
D20.
All right.
So, 12 minus 3
Is 9
Yeah, 9.
versus
And then
6.
his 6 plus
6 plus
what?
7. All right. So now you are thoroughly pinned to the ground. It is a good thing to put your ukulele down away from you, otherwise it would have smashed on your back.
Right?
But he's got you like just completely pinned to the ground, arms on either side, legs beneath his, and he's looking down at you, and you smell dwarf breath. Corey, how are you taking this?
I'm just wondering why these two short people are fighting.
It's kind of like the circus.
It's like, why?
I go, what can I do to make it up?
There are terms of surrender are being offered.
Just don't hit me. I'm too pretty.
All right. He's too pretty to hit. How do you respond to too pretty to hit, Zephyr?
Oh,
That kind of makes you want to slug him, doesn't it?
it does. So bad.
All right.
I'll offer you that shot without any repercussions.
Do you want to slug him anyway?
Yeah.
All right. Now that you're pinned, we are using your flat-foot AC.
Uh-oh.
That's 11.
And now you don't have to roll with any penalty. You just roll your strength plus your proficiency, or not proficiency, base attack bonus. So +7.
For me?
Yep.
All right.
All right, you have to get 4 or higher.
Oh,
11.
All right. So you reach back, unpin his left arm, and where do you want to hit him? Face, gut. Probably the face, since he called himself.
Yeah, we're going for the face.
All right.
We're going to try and mess this pretty bard up.
All right. Now you need the D4, which is a big caltrop looking motherfucker.
No.
Yup, that's it.
This one right here?
Yeah.
this.
Yep.
All right.
It looks like something you don't want to step on in the dark.
The thing that looks worse than a fucking Lego or something.
It is. You can see my metal dice. They're sharp.
No, it's not.
I'm scared of the day I inevitably lose it. Yep.
All right. So what are we rolling for this?
So you roll it, and whatever shows up on top is the damage. Max damage!
Oh, no.
All right, add your strength to that.
Like,
Your strength modifier.
okay. 3.
All right, you take 7 damage to the face. Smack!
I've already lost a quarter of my health.
All right, so you slugged this bar good. The rowdy drunks in the corner are cheering.
I look, my version is up at them, just going, hey, I got you guys that drink. Can one of y'all please help?
Then you hear the chanting. Fight! 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 Fight!
What do I do to try and wiggle myself out?
You can either roll escape artist or you can roll another grapple and hope for the best.
Because I am off balance.
I am doing
No,
escape
you are
artist.
Oh, okay.
Your hold is good.
I am doing escape artist.
All right, you can roll grapple again.
I got, what's up with 15s tonight?
All right, D20 again. Roll it to grapple and then keep him pinned.
Gotta be the 15.
Let's find out.
Press 7 for him.
Yep.
God!
All right.
No.
So you try to wiggle your way out, and he gets his hand back on your arm again. You gonna reach back for this slug, or you think he's learned his lesson?
No, we're gonna stop here.
All right. So you kind of get up, brush yourself off, give him a light kick for good measure. And now what? You are currently lying on the floor.
Holding my face and just going,
Big old dwarf fist-sized bruise on the side of your face.
Let's go for a shot stronger than ale.
Okay.
Or if we have a mug or something at least.
Yeah, something that's not as strong as death, but stronger than ale.
All right, well, you're going to have to roll persuasion because the bartender swears up and down that he does not serve hard liquor before noon.
All right, let's do it.
I've already paid him 5 gold.
Yep. And the 5 gold, as you've noticed, has disappeared.
Come on, man. I paid you 5 gold. Why can't I just get a shot?
Right.
You returned the drink already.
All right, what we
But
rolling with
I
that?
let him keep the 5 gold.
Yeah. This is the bartender talking.
I want my 5 gold back.
No.
Fine. I'm not doing 5 gold this time. Just 2 gold for 2 shots.
Oh, I was just gonna get it. As far as I knew, you were still.
No,
Holding
I'm getting
face.
back up and needing to
You
take a
need
shot to numb
You need-
myself.
or something cold to press against your swelling face.
Yeah, I was going to go for that
Also, you
after.
have healing magic, which will also do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also want to save those just in case.
All right. So, you want to drink, or you want to drink, or both of you want to drink, you both want a shot. Unless you're buying for him, each of you got to roll your own diplomacy.
I mean, I was going to do it for him out of respect of the fact that he kicked my ass just with one hit.
That is not an uncommon occurrence in your profession.
All right.
All right, so go ahead and roll your
Something I
persuasion.
am really good at.
Sucking ass.
24.
All right, so the bartender looks at you and he goes, 2 gold a shot.
2 gold for 2 shots.
2 gold a shot.
No.
Why don't you leave then, son? You're making a nuisance of yourself.
Come on, I'm giving you good money. How often do you see that?
Rules are rules.
I would like to see your rules.
He points to the sign out front, which I should have somewhere on my pictures.
He saved pictures specifically because of purposes like now.
Pretty much. I may or may not have this one anymore, but no, it seems I do not. But the long and the short of the rules is no liquor before noon. Rowdiness is punishable by expulsion. Healer is drink free, and no magic in the bar.
One of the rules says that healers drink free, right?
Yeah, but not alcohol.
What are you offering for the drink?
Water.
I'm okay with that. Can I just buy a bag of ice then?
He snorts. Ice.
For my face. It hurts like hell.
Son, I don't know what part of the world you think you're in, but ice is more valuable than what you can afford.
Where
no
I'm
refrigeration.
Where I'm from, we have ice
Your
everywhere.
Your ale was warm.
Oh, I'm not used to this area.
No, that's standard. It is the European way of drinking beer.
I'm just like, I'm not used to this land.
Okay, so apparently you're a northerner.
Yes.
All right.
I am a far northerner.
Northerner. All right, so there's definitely no ice here. The only thing that's going to reduce the swelling in your face is going to be some magic and some time.
Okay, fine.
So what you doing?
But no magic inside the bar, though.
No magic inside the bar.
So I'm just gonna have to wait it out.
Or leave the bar.
But I'm having too much fun in the bar.
You're getting slugged and you're still having too much fun.
I am getting attention.
Oh no, it's an attention whore.
It's a bar.
That's true. All right. Curry, how are you doing with all of this?
I was just going to tell him to go outside.
All right, once again, the samurai's bedside manner is terrible. But she gives it to you straight.
You got a problem? Just go outside.
If you can't cast magic inside, go outside.
How much did he say for shots?
He rolled persuasion to circumvent one of the rules, and he rolled a 24 and still was getting overcharged.
2 golds for 1 shot.
2 gold for 1 shot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I really need that shot.
I'm not paying for 4 gold.
I'll pay 2 gold for a shot.
He literally looks at you, eyes you up and down, and then says 4 gold.
I'll pay
it. All right. You just put 4 gold on the counter.
I look at you.
Thank
Well,
you,
hi.
Black, no. Wow, she has known you less than a minute. She is already done with your shit. All right. Is it safe to assume you are a female, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. All right. So this Brienne of Tarth looking motherfucker just no. That's about how big you are. It's twice as strong. All right. So you got your shot, courtesy of the samurai next to you.
At least the drunks.
It's a free shot. I don't know how this keeps happening.
Hit me.
You saw what this dwarf did to that halfling, and you're like, maybe I shouldn't fuck with that. Oh, you remember something, though, as you're taking your drink. Thinking about sources of cold, you remember that sometimes your sword blade feels cold to the touch.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because mine glows blue and has the feeling of winter.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out my sword blade and I just lightly tap.
So you reach into your bag of holding, whip out this 2.5 foot long sword piece.
I'm just like, don't
Everyone's
worry.
like,
And I just,
Slap it on his face.
yeah.
they're all like, oh, Bard with a magic sword. Everyone puts their weapons away and goes back to their business. So you two see this, though, and you
And I just-
definitely recognize the fact that that blade looks very similar to your own.
Indeed. I want to get rid of mine or kill whoever started it.
Okay, so how would you like to go about that?
My face is now numb, so I'm putting it back.
All right, so you put the blade back away. What about you guys?
Fine. I don't know if you're going to say anything or not. I'm gonna whip mine out
All right,
and
so
show it to him.
so you
I find it interesting that you would carry a blade that's similar to mine.
it
It's
is
such a weakling.
it is a very distinct. Backhanded compliment or comments aside, when you pull it out, when you pull yours out to show him, it starts glowing blue again, and you notice that the serrations on the blade match yours exactly.
Huh. I pull the blade out again, and I just kind of fiddle with it to see exactly which end would match.
All right, so the two of you putting yours together fit perfectly, and you now have roughly a 5 foot long segment of blade. It's actually taller than either of you.
Does your sword also make you feel like shit?
Well, yes.
It's enough to sap the confidence of even a bard. All right. So the two of you are bonding over your mean swords.
My sword makes me feel like my father didn't care about me. He didn't, but
All right, Curry. You're also witness to this as they're trying to finagle a blade. All right. So Samurai watches impassive.
these two lunkheads.
And I'm just like, I wonder how we could put this back together. I look at the other end of your blade, and I'm just like,
I find it interesting that we don't have a hilt to this blade.
I know.
No,
Wink, wink,
both
dash.
aren't tall enough to carry the thing.
That is true. That is certainly true. You would surmise, even looking at that, if you added your hilt to this, it would almost be too big for you.
I look at the bartender. I'm just like, hey, bartender, do you have the idea where we can go to get this blade together?
He's like, or he looks at the blade. He's like, I don't know much about magic weapons, honestly. I would assume they're forged like most other blades and can be roughly mended, but you need a pretty detailed craftsman to put these two pieces back together. Not sure what you're going to do with a broken blade that's taller, that's bigger than either of you, but
I'm gonna have him stand on my shoulders.
And we will be the hilts.
what kind of Transformers bullshit is this? All right. He's like,
I go.
By that way, we're at least 6 foot.
As if.
so if you stood right on top of each other, like your feet on his head, you'd be roughly.
No, I'm on top.
Oh no! I mean, we never did.
All right.
say.
So put it into mathematical terms. If you stood on his head, you'd be about 7.5 feet tall. If he stood on your head, he'd be 5 foot, or he'd be about 4'5" because he'd be standing on top of your lying down body.
To be fair, I'm not really that smart.
No, I'm your
Really
brain.
not.
So for For me, it's strictly about wanting to do the most power, but not thinking about how it's actually
So
done correctly.
I took a calculated risk. Boy, am I bad at math.
since you mentioned Ronan earlier,
Mhm.
Marvel Universe
Oh,
wise, he is Hulk and I'm Iron Man in this case. I am his brains for him.
No. Your banner. You're not useful enough to be Iron Man.
Oh,
Hey, I was able to entertain those drunks, okay? I'm pretty useful.
You entertained some drunks who are barely tolerant of your existence. Congratulations, Bard.
Hey, I got them from absolutely hating me for no reason to tolerating me for no reason.
It's a step in the right direction.
Exactly.
Oh wait, who, me?
No,
Oh.
not you, Zeph.
I wasn't paying attention, honestly.
We were talking about real people here.
Oh, because I was gonna say I haven't.
Bard with the
I didn't-
casual little things.
I didn't hate him. I just wanted to slug him.
You want to slug a lot of people, so we're
Do we
doing
even-
all that personal.
Do you even know what the word hate is?
What's a word?
Right. The only reason you knew this was a tavern is because there was a picture of the mug.
Yeah, that's, I'm a picture book kind of guy.
Children's books, one might say. All right. So you've got this blade on the counter. The bartender's kind of looking funny at it.
But yeah, I just go, so, do you have any smiths around here?
Well, you are in town for market day. I'm sure there's somebody here who can at least appraise it, maybe fix it.
You do realize that this blade isn't going to do us any good if we don't have a hilt, though.
But I want it fixed.
I'm just gonna take the hilt out and shake it at them.
I pay no attention to her. She told me no, I pay no attention to her, so I don't even notice that she has the hilts. And I'm just...
Ignore. What about you, Zeph?
I'm going to notice it.
All right. So now you've got a hilt that looks like it probably matches the style of it.
And I've already grabbed my blade and started walking out looking for a smith.
Oh my God, you troublesome bastard!
Get back here.
All right.
No!
Commanding. Okay,
I
roll
can use
intimidate.
Oh!
You get a will or you get a will save. You roll intimidate.
9,
Plus.
7.
All right. 16 versus will save.
17 in total.
All right. You are not impressed, but you do hear her say it at least.
Yeah. And I go,
So you turn around and you see her waving the hilt.
well, come along. Let's try and find a smith. I keep walking.
You see all these people?
I doubt any of these drunks here are going to be sober enough to praise, let alone fix our blade.
I think she meant
The drunks in the corner start singing. It's terrible.
I like them.
It is terrible.
Of course you like terrible music.
I have taste in music.
They are cheerful, unlike you, Grumps.
That's fair.
Even Zephyr's like. All right. So with that, you going to follow? Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this. You're going to follow the bard.
I guess.
Don't really have a choice. He's kind of taken off.
All right. So you follow the bard, and you're okay. Since you're leading us, Dalek, go ahead and roll a. Let's see, what is it in this edition? Spot check. No, wait. This will be a search check to find yourself a smith. Unless you just want to get the blades appraised.
I want to get them appraised first to see what can be done.
Okay. All right. So
So-
there are plenty of people who swear up and down that they peddle magical goods and are willing to buy most anything.
I'm not looking to sell.
Woof.
Okay.
I just want to see if anybody would know if it can be fixed.
Oh. Well, the bartender told you to go find a smith.
Okay, yeah, I go to try and find a smith. So spot check,
No. This will be a search.
search.
It's probably
Dang.
better that you search because I don't know that.
No one does. None of you do.
So I got an 11.
Is that a D20 or a D12?
It's 12.
That's a D12.
It is
Wes.
12. Damn it.
You could be rolling better.
I could
What's with these 15s?
be.
That's pretty good considering you're rolling a d12 out of the
Hey, guess what? 15.
All right, so looking around, you find several smiths, and as you go and talk to each one individually, they're all like, "That's a mighty nice blade you have. I can't forge magic weapons."
Do you know who can?
They are. Kind of looks around. He's like, probably no one here in Market, although there is. You could go talk to the church. One of those new gods. A cleric moved in not too long ago to set up his own little ramshackle temple. It's really just a tent on the far side of town, but it is supposedly a god of smithing. After old Hephaestus died, may he rest in peace. Some new god came in and tried to come in and take the glory. So no one really likes the new god, but it's a god of smithing, so you could at least try him.
How's his personality, so that way I can get a feel before I do go?
The cleric or the god?
Yes.
Well, the goddess. No one's really sure whether it's a god or a goddess. The goddess in question's name is Codex, and
Is that code for something?
Codex is usually just a word for book containing knowledge.
What's a book?
Right. So 2 out of 3 of you know what a codex is. Or at least one of you does. One of you's pretty intelligent. But as for the priest, well, we all wonder about the priest a little bit.
So they're Catholic.
Kind of an alcoholic, mostly keeps to themselves, but there's always the sound of clanging metal coming from inside the tent.
Oh, it sounds like my god.
So they're Catholic.
Well, we ain't seen any altar boys yet.
That's fair.
No one's gone missing anyway since they moved in. So, well, no more than usual. Someone always disappears on market day.
Oh god.
There's almost a bard.
Oh no.
Murders don't count as disappearances.
Oh.
Bards get murdered all the time in this town. No one's really fond of the minstrelly types around here.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not a bard.
Looks you up and down, sees your ukulele. Yeah, good thing. I'm here now, scram. I got other customers.
So, are y'all ready to meet this priest?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, so you make your way to the edge of town after some vague directions from several people, and you find
We didn't get directions.
right.
I just had it straight.
So you headed for the edge of town, got lost, had to ask for directions a couple times. Eventually, you find yourself outside of what basically looks like a 2-foot by 4-foot A-frame tent. There is the sound of clanging metal coming from inside, as was described earlier.
I just go, yoo-hoo, anybody in there?
There is no response.
I peek my head through just barely.
All right, so you peek your head in, and much like a TARDIS, it's bigger on the inside.
I'm just shoving through.
Well, you can.
Well, I mean, whenever I saw that it was a lot bigger, I was already going in.
Oh, well, that's
All right, so you walk into the tent, and inside it appears to be roughly a 30-foot by 50-foot room, and it's an entire forge setup.
I peek my head out and I just go, guys, come on, get in, let's go. This is awesome.
You feel a sharp kick to your rear end as you go flying out of the tent.
Ow!
Take a single point of damage.
Oh, no.
And a 50-something-year-old dwarf or 50 roughly human years, probably closer to 300 or 400 in dwarf years, shirtless, tanned, and covered in grease, comes out. The hell you want?
I go, we were just wondering if you could appraise our blade here, see if...
Do I look like a business to you, son?
Yes.
Wrong answer. Or you're wrong answer. You see him move forward and give you a swift kick to the midriff. Or he's going to attempt one. I will roll to keep it fair.
Thank you. I can't afford any more damage.
That's a shame. Critical hit. You take 8 damage.
Oh no. I'm at half health. No, I'm below half.
Already's dying.
All right, so you
Not
get a swift kick to the stomach, and you get the wind knocked out of you. Anyone else got dumb comments?
Why are you gonna point at me?
I just got look at the other dwarf.
Look at the other dwarf.
Lure looks you over. The hell you want?
I want to heal myself real quick.
Okay, while you're lying down, you can cast spells. That's fine.
Okay.
Well,
We want to
Spit
find
it
out
out,
where
kid.
this blade came from.
Blair is like,
It's a hand.
Hand him the blade.
Oh, right, right. I hand him the blade.
kind of looks it over. His eyes go wide for a minute. Come inside. He just turns around, blade still in hand, and marches back into the tent.
We're gonna go in and
I'm following.
leave him out while he tries to heal himself. Or should we drag him inside with
You
us?
drag him in.
Aren't you the stronger one?
I mean, I'm at decent health now,
What'd you
so
roll?
I rolled a 5,
Okay.
and then plus the
Plus 4, yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 9 HP back. Actually, since you're out of combat, you can get the full amount.
Oh, thank you.
It takes you an extra couple seconds, but you feel the bruising on your stomach and a little bit on your
His health
face.
is down, so you can drag him in.
So actually, as you're being healing yourself, you're being dragged by the leg by Zephyr into the tent.
I could get up.
Do you let him go, or do you keep dragging him?
Well, keep dragging him.
I just go, fine.
Bump head on a rock as you go in, no damage.
Ow.
But,
Me being dragged like this feels like some kind of afterlife effect.
You would God, shut up.
all right, so
The DM knows.
Bad. Never again. All right, so you two get your first look at it when you're coming in at this massive forge. Anvils are scattered around, complete with bits of scattered incomplete swords, spearheads, various types of tooling and armor. And in the center, there's a huge roaring fire that serves as a forge.
It's beautiful.
It's about 120 degrees in here. Here, everyone who is wearing armor is quickly sweating up a storm. Right in front of the fire, the dwarf is looking the blade over, and he appears to have pulled out some kind of jeweler's tools to look it over carefully. Here, he seems to have completely forgotten everyone else being there.
I just sit there patiently. I'm staying quiet.
You've learned your lesson. There's a lot of and then finally a deep breath, and then turns to you, Zephyr. Where did you find this?
Where did I find it?
You found it in a snowdrift while traveling.
I found it in a snowdrift while traveling.
Wow, that sounded very literate of you, Zephyr.
I don't know what a snowdrift is or traveling. I know I walked away and tripped over it in the snow.
Fair. So he looks it over and he goes, you mentioned a whole sword, though. Either in the bards or in the kind of spits out the word bard. Said that something about his sword, too. You have more pieces?
I pull out my piece.
My goodness. He starts putting together like a puzzle. You give him the handle. And as he lines the three up, he gets ecstatic for one moment, and then quickly it fades when he realizes there's still a piece missing.
Go figure.
So there's a section missing between your two pieces connect, but your handle is missing a segment, and you can't tell exactly how long it is, but you know your sections do not fit. He looks at it for a moment. He's like, "Oh boy." Kind of looks skyward for a moment, seems to be weighing his options, and then uttering a quick prayer of some kind. Before taking another deep breath in, or looking at the three of you over. Well, what you have in front of you is a priceless treasure to my faith. This sword used to belong to my goddess. It was her first weapon, one of the first she forged on her own, and is an immensely powerful relic.
You can keep my piece.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm tired of that thing. Keep it.
It speaks to you, doesn't it?
Yes. It is evil. It is mean.
Well, I can't argue with that entirely. See, when the blade was forged, my goddess gave it a personality of its own.
My disappointed father?
No, her name was Frostbite. Frostbite was known to be a sadistic butcher, a complete opposite of my goddess herself, a sort of anti-personality, if you will. And by her own choosing, my goddess shattered this blade. The fact that the pieces have come back together like this tells me that this blade is meant to be reforged.
So what if we just wait here until a fourth person with the blade comes in? I mean, how convenient is it that three people already owned the 3/4 of the pieces?
Son, do you believe in destiny? Do you believe in the will of the gods?
Oh.
No.
Yes.
I'm glad one of you has some faith. Well, like it or not, the gods the gods play a part in our everyday lives, sometimes more active than others. Whether that's good or bad is up to you.
I immediately look at Zephyr. Sometimes it's bad.
Regardless, I'd very much like to see this blade reforged. And I actually do know where the fourth piece is lying. It's been sitting in a holy shrine for years, the only piece we knew the whereabouts of. And for about 1.5 years ago, I lost contact with this shrine. I'd like the three of you to go investigate and retrieve the fourth piece so I can reforge this.
Sounds like we have an adventure, folks.
Don't think you'll be doing this for free. I'm more than happy to compensate you for your trouble, and I'm more than happy to outfit you for this adventure should you need any material upgrade.
Free clothing and gold? I am happy.
I am no tailor, but I would say I'm a fairly decent smith. So if you have need of enchantment of objects, weapons, armor, I'm more than happy to help you out.
I just have one request. I know it might be a little expensive if I have to pay. and I know it can be a little tricky.
Is it going to be a face guard?
That helmet would do you some good.
I might need a helmet, but that's not what I was going to request for. For traveling purposes, my ukulele tends to get a little heavy whenever I travel long distances. Is there any way that I can possibly shrink it down and resize it whenever I need to?
Why not just make it lighter?
Does he look like a magic person to you?
Your ukulele is already quite light, but yes, I can find a way to reduce the size of it.
I have to carry other things.
Kind of looks you over. Don't you have a bag of holding?
That thing can get pretty heavy at times.
It literally stays the same weight no matter what you put in it. All right, anybody else?
I just want
Anybody else with a
convenient
modicum of
purposes.
intelligence.
I just want convenient purposes.
Fine. Yes, I can. Or yes, I can make it so that it will shrink at where shrink it will.
Thank you. Now, nobody would have to expect me to be a bard whenever I'm just playing a ukulele.
No, instead you look like a thief.
I'm okay with that. Apparently, in this town, it's an upgrade from being a bard.
They're not too kind of minstrels here. We are not a jolly bunch.
I can see that.
Has nothing to do with me.
I hand over my ukulele.
He's like, this will probably mess with the tuning.
I'm okay with that. I can tune it back up.
So he concentrates for a minute. You see his hand glow a kind of faint gray color, and then it shrinks down.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I put it in my jacket sleeve.
Anyone else? Before anyone else, or are you participating in this?
As long as I can either die or get rid of this nagging sensation, I'm happy.
Well, I will hold the sword here if you so desire, although I imagine it would probably be a decent guide to where you're going, especially if it actually speaks to you.
We'll hold it.
All right.
One of us only dreams.
And she's scary.
She is, though. All right. So he hands you each of your pieces back.
Could it be possible that the woman you're dreaming of is actually the frostbitten bitch?
Okay. That's where I draw a line. Though I don't participate in religion, I still respect it.
All right. Another drink, parents. In that case, since neither of you have any requests, I'll just give you something to make it easy. He heads around, walks behind the forge. You hear some rummaging, followed by a clang, and then a damn it. And then he comes back around holding a set of 3 cloaks. He's like, here, it'll make your journey a little bit easier.
I put mine on.
So each of you has a cloak that at least vaguely fits, and it will protect you from the heat and the cold, and you'll always feel comfortable while you're traveling.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I could almost hug you.
Don't touch me.
I said almost. I still have a figure to keep.
The only one I might let touch me is the woman.
Ugh.
Couldn't even hold that back.
You got to think against dwarves.
Gotta think against forward men. He pretends not to notice. All right, on your way with all of you. I have praying to do.
I leave the tent.
I run out.
He wasn't even supposed to be creepy.
I pick back in. That's just her personality. Don't worry.
I'm
Be
not.
quiet.
You've known her for all of like half an hour.
But she's been blunt, though.
She has.
So
You know you're gonna get honesty out of this one no matter what. Ain't no sugarcoating it. This is
If you don't like it, don't drink it.
you're Brianna Tarth. You are Brianna Tarth all over again. What is your goal in life? I'm going to be a samurai. All right, well, you need to serve a master with utmost loyalty or you'll commit suicide. Congratulations. All right. So immediately, with the swords back in your position out of the tent, the nagging feeling starts again.
Can we put them all in his bag?
You can.
No.
Upon request.
I said we take a vote.
I got it. Mine doesn't speak to me.
But do you
Actually,
keep having dreams
for a
of a
change-
scary woman?
For a change, yours is speaking to you.
Wait, I thought we were keeping the pieces of the blade.
No, you all have them.
I told him that he could keep mine.
Right,
But they-
but you took them because you said it'd be a good guide to where you're going.
Right.
Don't we just need one piece?
You probably actually only do need one piece.
Thank you, Zephyr.
You're welcome.
All right, so Zephyr, do you want the only piece?
Oh, I mean,
Sorry.
nobody else left theirs.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Except for
So you two have pieces.
Dickley.
Okay, so Dayla, you are not carrying yours, but the nagging sensation is not going away.
Because we're partying now.
Uh,
I say
You hear words, and the words are, "Go pick me up.
we are.
Go pick me up now."
now. Do we all hear these words?
No, just him.
I started stomping wherever direction, just out of
Wrong
nowhere.
way, fool.
Someone has
Fine.
to-
Into the tent.
Somebody has to go get their piece back.
You better go get it.
Why are you going back towards the tent?
Just don't ask. I pick my head back in. The blade wants me.
I'm not surprised. She's kind of attached.
Oh no.
So you go and the blade is still sitting on a piece of purple velvet cloth.
I pick it up and just shove it in the bag. Are you happy now?
Never.
I can tell. Let's go. For once.
Ooh.
Stay quiet for once.
Rich coming from a bar.
Very well. Instead, you get a massive migraine.
No.
No.
How? Why my head? Why is it always my head?
Because it's the part you're most proud of. Your head and your face. The two of you are getting vaguely satisfied feelings from your blade.
I think
I
she's happy.
I get to just stumble out of the tent. Are we ready to go?
Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
All right.
I've been ready.
So, does anybody want to pick up? No, I don't want to keep track of that in this campaign. Unless any of you are really into survival and want to roleplay the survival aspect.
No.
Guess not.
All right.
I mean, we can if you want, but I have a feeling many of us are going to die.
Well, okay, so let me ask you, how many of you have points in the survival skill?
I do.
Okay, so you might
I
be the one who's
should.
going to be good at it. You might be good at it.
+0.
Okay, so you're the only one who stands a chance.
7.
Okay.
Oh my god.
-1.
Oh no.
I made sure to put some in survival just to be on the safe side.
I
Right.
couldn't.
So this is your ability. So survival is good for a lot of things, everything from finding shelter to hunting to I know which way is north.
I may be dumb, but at least I know my directions.
Right. The two of you might struggle a little bit with that.
See, what I'm best at is diplomacy.
So the good news is, though, you have blades which are gently pulling you in the right direction.
Okay.
So you get a vague sense of where to go, and it starts by following the main road out of town, westward, and then eventually southwest.
I know what ways those are.
Yes, you do. It's one of the few big words you know is southwest.
I don't know how to spell it, but
But I know southwest.
I know what it means.
So you were guided south or west by southwest for about a day and a half, or for about a day's travel before The sun starts to fade, and you figure it's probably about time to set up camp for the night, try to find somewhere to stay. You didn't pass any towns on the way, so there was nowhere to stop previously.
Well, I was gonna ask before we did leave the main town.
Mhm.
Are we keeping track of rations? Are we gonna keep track
I'm
of?
not going to be worried too much about that. I'm more worried about finding shelter, starting fires,
Well,
not getting lost.
okay. I didn't know if you were gonna keep hunger and thirst in track and whatnot.
Only in environments like if we go to the desert or the far north where food is extraordinarily scarce, the weather's extremely harsh.
Okay.
In your cloaks, with your cloaks equipped, you're not really feeling any sense of cold or hot. It's kind of like being at room temperature all the time. But
I imagine wearing them constantly is not exactly comfortable.
they're pretty comfortable they're traveling cloaks, but I wouldn't recommend you sleep in them.
Yeah.
You might sleep with them over you as a blanket, but other than that, they make a good makeshift blanket in case of emergency. But every adventurer comes standard with a bedroll. One of you probably has a tent. Especially if you're interested in traveling in any kind of style or comfort, you might be able to rough it better than the rest with your high survival skill. But for the most part, where would you like to set up camp? Are you going to look for shelter? Are you going to try and pitch tents on the side of the road? What y'all thinking?
I'd say further away from the road, so that way,
find a cave.
yeah, possibly a cave and whatnot. So that way, we're less likely to run into bandits or anybody who's not good.
Right. All right. So anyone and everyone can roll me survival then.
Oh boy. That is a 5.
Okay.
We just added to our survival skill.
Yep.
What I roll? So I got a 15.
All right. The tunes are good. Definitely not Brienne.
What'd you get?
6.
Plus.
Minus
No.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 minus 1.
So 5.
No,
five.
no, she got a total of 6. 7
Oh,
minus
okay.
1.
So 5, 6, 15.
Yeah. Sorry, sweetie.
Hi, Artie. All right. So the two of you, Curry and Dalek, kind of look around, but you have no idea what you're looking for. You know you're looking for a cave, but for some reason you think you're going to find a cave in the woods.
There's a chance.
You, however, see the mountains, or see the mountains looming before you, and go, "Huh? I bet I know where one is." And so you eventually lead the party to a semi-suitable cave. You're not sure how deep it goes at first, but you know it'll definitely keep you all out of the elements. Now, what race is everyone again? You are a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
You're a human. You're a dwarf. I think you're the only one with dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
So you can peer deeper into the cave than everyone else, but the rest of you, unless you've got torches or lanterns, you can see about 10 feet into the cave.
Yay, more darkness.
More darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm trying to see if I have any magic that allows me.
Talk with you again. You probably have the light spell, don't you? It's a cantrip. Why didn't you take light, you shit? Alright, someone didn't think this through.
I wasn't expecting us to immediately go into a cave.
You should always expect to go into dark, unlit places. You're adventurers.
Dungeon crawling is kind of our thing.
Alright, well, standard adventure will carry at least 5 torches with them, so if you have a torch and you'd like to light it, you may.
Okay, I do.
All right. So you let her. As you're getting ready to light your torch, Zephyr, would you like to inform them the fact that the cave is only about 20 feet deep? Or are you just going to let him light the torch, watch him work?
Watch him work.
All right.
I get a little bit of fun out of it.
All right. So as you go and explore deeper into the cave,
Right.
you're busy lighting your torch. Oh, if you'd like to, you are pretty well hidden in the darkness if you'd like to roll a hide check.
Oh, yeah. Anything to get me away from the bard, man. All right, what do we got here?
Probably a minus something significant.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's still trying.
It's bad. See what happens. What do I got?
11.
11. 2.
How do you have a -9? For hide?
Yeah, you said take 10 off for hide.
Oh, you're no longer the smelly thing, though, aren't you? You're no longer a sewer dwarf, so it's only -4.
Oh, okay.
It's like, damn!
Yeah, no longer the smelly dwarf. Oh, smelly dwarf. So it's only -3.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because my dexterity
So 10.
is low.
All right, so you are suitably hidden in the darkness.
do I finally light the torch?
Roll survival to light your torch.
15.
You light it. You need a 5.
So
So as soon as you torch.
I plant it down and have it stick firmly in the ground.
All right, so as you light the torch, it lights up the entire rest of the cave, and you realize it's only about 20 feet deep.
Do I happen to see him?
Yes, he's
Okay.
looking out at you from the darkness like you're a dipshit.
I grab a small pebble and just throw it. Why did it you? Oh wait, no, I don't know that he has dark vision, so never mind.
No, you
I'm just like
you might just think he's an idiot walking around in the darkness.
yeah.
Maybe I got lost.
Don't throw pebbles, he'll hit you again.
Or Team Mom has spoken, don't do it.
Have I listened to her yet?
You know, but you should have on several occasions. All right, so now that you're in this cave, you can light a fire if you want to, or you can just kind of sit down, eat your rations, go to bed, whatever you like.
I'm not tired just yet, so I pull out my ukulele and
All
tune
right.
it up.
So you pull out your ukulele,
I tuned
and
it
it's
first.
tiny.
I never asked how to enlarge it.
Correct.
Well,
Can I do knowledge? Arcana?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. I don't think that'll work. I got an 8 in total.
You don't remember that. Roll me a memory check, which will just be intelligence.
Intelligence.
It's probably the same as your Arcana, unless you put points in Arcana.
I did not. I put 3 extra points in Arcana, so it's +2. Start calling me Ham. Thank you.
you're welcome.
That's an 11.
All right. You remember that you asked him for a way to make it smaller. You actually didn't ask him for a way to make it bigger again.
No, I did say so that way I could have it small and large whenever I need it to be.
You did say that.
You did?
Yes.
Oh. The Smith only heard part of it, apparently, because now it's just small.
I'm happy with this. It's like the world's smallest violin.
All right, so your ukulele is now roughly the size of an eraser head.
Pluck those strings.
I'm gonna have to talk to the priest again.
Or find somebody else who knows the magic.
So reduce object has been cast on this. You know that the way to get it back to normal size is to be cast a large object on it. The problem is this is your primary means of spell casting, i.e. your music, has currently been reduced to the size of a razor head.
Poor Bard. I almost feel sorry for him at this point.
Oh, I remember the conversation went. I needed to so it can change size. You want me to make it smaller? Yes. And that's all he took it as. So he just made it smaller.
The priest only paid half attention to a halfling.
So he shrunk your instrument.
I flick my ukulele out of the
Sure
wall.
you
I'm tired of it. I'm just gonna buy a new instrument.
So you flick your ukulele at who?
Just
At the wall.
just away. I just casually flick it.
All right, so you casually flick it. It hits the wall. There is a resounding crunch, like a full-size ukulele had been thrown at the wall.
I lay down. I say, I'm just tired of this day.
And the ukulele returns to normal size, albeit broken and shattered into pieces.
Oh, you know.
You broke the magic on it. Congratulations. When something drops to 0 HP, including objects, it returns to its default state.
I just lay
Hey,
down.
look, firewood.
I'm too angry to sleep.
Oh, I'm
So-
gonna start a fire with his ukulele.
I don't even try and fight you.
Roll survival and start the fire in the cave.
I watch you do it.
Oh, this is gonna make me happy. Maybe.
All right, so since that was your primary ability to cast spells.
I am useless.
No, you're going to have to try and sing when you cast instead from now on.
Oh no.
So you'll roll that with performance, but you won't have any points in it. So it'll just be a straight charisma check.
Okay.
24.
That is a magnificent fire. It starts with with ukulele wood, gets bigger, and you make it bigger and bigger by continuing to feed the fire, and eventually even the strings are melted down.
I just
Keep
stare
the
at.
copper in the wire, you can get some funny colored green flames.
Man, that's pretty.
I just stare at the ceiling of the cave.
I picture the mad Homer Simpson trying to sleep meme.
I don't even look at them. I'm just like, tomorrow I would like for us to find a town so I can buy a new instrument.
You know those are expensive, right?
I need to buy a new instrument.
Okay.
He's useless to us without one. Sad to say. Well, I'm going to sleep. It's
All right.
been a good day for me. I got free booze, got to punch a bard in the face, and I got to burn a ukulele.
This has been a magnificent day for you.
At the expense of me.
It started with weak ale and turned into something magnificent.
Right. For once I'm going to sleep semi-happy.
Hey, you check out.
Hey, look.
At the expense of my happiness.
Of course.
They have personalities.
The bard is now angry, and the barbarian is now happy.
I
Alright.
just temporarily lost all hope.
All right, so you don't go to sleep all night?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I will happily take the exhaustion.
All right, so you don't get the dream. The two of you get a dream instead, since you're asleep. So,
Oh, no.
so the two of you, after you pass out, have a shared dream where you are standing before this woman in white again, and she is looking noticeably more pleased than usual.
Is she still ugly?
No, she's quite lovely, actually.
Oh, okay. Wait, what is she?
She appears to be, or you couldn't put an exact finger on the race. That's vaguely human, but it's much more graceful than your average human, almost elf-like. which just kind of makes you mad because dwarves and elves. But
Yeah.
she doesn't speak. She just kind of smiles and looks pleased at both of you. It's a little unnerving, actually. She looks at you. She's clearly very pleased, but it's kind of the same look that you give steak before you eat it.
Wake up.
Wake up. The sword is still basically humming in satisfaction.
I'm still asleep.
All right, so what are you going to continue to do? Just have a staring contest with this woman, essentially?
Sure.
All right. You stare at her. She stares at you. This goes on for roughly 3 hours of dreaming.
I like it.
And then you wake up and it's morning.
Do I feel tired?
Not at all.
No,
You
great.
slept great. The two of you got excellent sleep.
I know what I need to kill. Or die from. Maybe.
This woman?
Potentially.
Potentially. All right. So get up in the morning. The fire's out. The bard is still angry in his sleeping role.
No, I'm standing outside. I have everything packed, and I'm just like, I'm ready to go to the next town.
He's been ready to go for like the past 2 hours.
There are dark bags under his eyes from lack of sleep. The bard is not looking pretty or chipper today.
Maybe he can't even cast a spell to make himself feel better.
What's your HP at again? You're not, or you should be back to max now.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he didn't take any damage from me dragging him to the tent.
No.
Just hit his head on a rock.
And didn't do any damage.
So with that,
She's gonna jump down.
nope, not this time.
Kitty.
Anyway.
All right. We've all been distracted by the cat. So you wake up in the morning, and the bard's anxious to go. So you pack up, unless anyone's got something specific they want to do.
Stretch.
Stretch. All right. Stretch should go through some daily morning exercises because that's how a lot of weapon training people like to do their things.
I've got to use the bathroom.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Is the fire still going?
No.
Darn. Because I was going to piss on the ukulele.
Well, there's nothing remaining of the ukulele except for a little. They melted down the metal even.
Oh, darn. I'm going to piss on it anyway.
All right, so you piss on the fire for good measure.
Cover my eyes.
I have my back turned away from
Indecent.
toward you all.
Indecent.
Do you actually look like that, or you close your eyes but secretly going?
What's a dwarven penis?
That sweet, sweet half man dick.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
What the fuck? All right, so moving onward, the sword continues to kind of pull you down the main road for another probably 3 or 4 hours, a couple more miles, and then takes a sharp right off the path. You get to a certain point, and then it just stop, and the feeling changes direction to go north.
Could I fight that feeling to go to the town?
You can.
I want to fight that feeling to go to the town.
All right, so you try to continue along the road, and as soon as you start disobeying the sword, there's a massive migraine coming in.
Oh, please, not today. I just need to get an instrument that we can go back to what we needed to do.
You can wait here.
It makes no retort.
You can speak.
It makes no retort.
I just toss my bag of holding to them. I'll be right back, and I.
So as you keep walking, the migraine gets increasingly worse until you're basically on the ground in agony.
You should listen.
You made it 5 more steps.
Why could I just do this one thing?
There's a satisfied feeling coming from the swords.
I'm satisfied.
The bard is basically groveling.
To a sword. Where's your ukulele now, Bart? Oh, wait.
I crawl back to them.
The headache gets progressively less bad as you get back and pick up your bag of holy again.
Can we just compromise just this one time I shake my bag of holding?
There is no response.
Can one of you two please talk some sense into this goddamn sword?
No.
I don't think that's how it works. It's been telling me the way to go for a long time. I hope he's gotten used to it.
I have absolutely no choice.
Correct. The sword is what we refer to. Oh, what's the word?
The bitch.
A cunt. The sword is a cunt.
Fine, we'll go that route, but you better direct us to a town that sells instruments.
There's no response, other than an increased feeling of satisfaction from the swords.
Nice.
That makes me feel like we're not going somewhere happy.
I don't like the look she was giving us.
Which one? Oh, the
Out of character, I feel like
Degree.
my character's gonna die first.
Probably not.
You never know.
You never know.
I am useless. I am Spider-Man without his suit.
Wait.
Spider-Man Homecoming reference.
True enough. All right. So, you follow the feeling northward until you get to back to actually the same mountains you were at earlier. But there is a cave opening into the mountain. Around the entrance to the cave are scrawled some Dwarven runes. And the feeling you're getting from the sword is an increased level of pleased.
Anybody want to take different chances at reading these? I mean, I know Dwarven, but I'm kind of illiterate.
I mean, I know
You
Dwarven.
recognize them as Dwarven.
Right.
What am I gonna have to roll?
Or, at the very least, it's the Dwarven alphabet. It could also be Goblin, Gnomish, Halfling.
Looks Dwarven to me.
What am I gonna have to roll?
You don't have to roll anything.
Okay.
Or it is, in fact, in Dwarven. And in Dwarven it reads final resting place of Frostbite. First blade of our beloved Forge Queen Codex.
I take my blade out.
At least here it is referred to as a queen, yes.
I take my blade out and I just slide it in there, right by it.
So you throw the blade into the cave.
I don't throw it. I just slide it.
Just nudges
The
it in.
headache starts up again.
Why? I thought you wanted to be
You
here.
threw her.
I didn't throw her. I just gently slid her.
We gotta go in the cave, I feel.
I'm going in the cave.
You're going in the cave, I'm following you. Actually, you know what? I'm following you.
All right.
I follow as well, and I pick the blade up.
How would I describe this feeling? You know when a tsundere in an anime gives you kind of a pouty huff? It's kind of like that.
Ooh.
I just drag it. I'm no longer putting it in my bag.
No, that's
The
a
headache
mistake.
starts. The headache is building.
You are the reason why I am too exhausted to put you in my bag.
To be fair, that's not entirely true.
There's some truth to it.
You asked him to make your ukulele smaller.
And he made it smaller.
Sword.
And then you threw it off the wall.
Yeah, then he threw it at the wall.
I didn't throw it. I just flicked it.
You could have just.
You flicked an object with 1 HP at a wall and a hardness of 1. If you did 2 damage, it would have broke.
You probably could have just broke a string.
Her giving me the migraine is just making my day worse. So of course I'm going to be too exhausted to put her in my bag.
The headache continues to build.
The more you do this, the less likely you're going to be in the bag.
All right. At this point, the headache gets bad enough that I'm going to start imposing penalties on you.
I'm going to have to take penalties.
Okay.
Can I pick up the sword and carry it with me?
All right. So you pick up his sword.
My body's getting too exhausted. I have had no sleep. I have had a migraine. This is the 3rd time now. My body's not allowing me.
You're only a little bit exhausted. What's your constitution again? I take that back. You might be exhausted. Let's see what your constitution is.
Let's see here. 14.
Okay. No, you can go for 4 whole nights without sleep.
I can.
1 per point of constitution above 10.
Huh. Okay.
So you're just like grouchy.
Okay, yeah, I'm just a little grouchy. Then I'm just like, fine, screw you, and I toss her in my bag.
All right. The headache goes away. All right, so as you're walking into the cave, first thing you notice is the walls of the cave are not natural stone. They appear to be carved and smooth. You, as a dwarf, know that someone took lots of care to carve this out.
But you're that one guy?
Yes.
Way to narrow it down.
Hey, my listen is -1.
The second thing you notice is that there is graffiti on the walls.
Would I happen to know who done it, why,
Well,
when, stuff like that?
You can read it, or at least some of it. It's written in various languages, but most of it is in Common or in some kind of Dwarvish script. It's not Dwarven, but what's your other language you said?
Goblin.
You do actually are able to read them then.
Oh.
So you see written in Common and Goblin primarily, various X was here kinds of things.
Okay.
Right, Jenny, for a good time.
Directions to several towns, the names of hookers, various XYZ socks.
Are y'all bored with your life?
And you get that this temple hasn't been sacred for a good little while.
Well, question is can you read it? Okay, so I'm literally the only one.
Well,
that
you're the one who can read the Goblin parts.
Yeah.
There's it's in Common, so you all can read that.
Yeah, I read the Goblin and I'm just like,
I have a shoulder cat. Yep. Hey.
All right. Well, is it dark in this cave?
do I have anything that I can write on the wall with?
Yeah, there's some chalk in your pack.
Okay, sweet. I write in Goblin, Dalek was here.
Okay. All right. The primary hallway is roughly 40 feet long into what appears to be a larger opening. You can see somewhere it is dark, save for what appears to be some source of light deeper in the large room. The two of you who are on speaking terms with the sword get a subtle warning to hold back.
I'll say.
I keep.
I'm gonna nudge him forward.
Okay, so the moment that I feel him nudge me forward, I'm just like,
Sense
yeah,
motive.
yeah.
You can sense motive, and you can roll bluff.
What you got, buddy?
Total of 4.
All right, beat the 4.
He did.
Even with the negatives, you'd be able to beat
12.
Okay. All right, so yeah.
What do you want to say to me?
Oh, I like physically like
Yeah.
but do you want to say anything?
test it.
Are you sure you want to go that way?
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Oh, you're gonna be nice.
You're gonna give him a warning?
kind of.
That's kind of unfair.
All
Can I
right.
sense motive for her?
No, I'm gonna let you go ahead and realize the dwarf is egging you on and doesn't trust there are no traps forward.
Okay.
Now, anyone with the search or with the search skill can find the traps. Maybe.
I do not have
Okay.
search.
Okay.
I have spot.
Spot will not help you find traps.
Dang it.
Search will help you find traps, and the only traps you'll be able to find specifically are ones that involve the stonework.
Right.
That is an 18.
Okay, so you actually do find one trap. As you're walking forward, you see that there's a tripwire. They're roughly a foot off the ground.
So almost my height.
It'd be like up to your knees. So
Hey,
it's
guys.
supposed to be an ankle trap for everyone else, is a knee trap for you.
Hey guys, just be careful of this tripwire.
Are you being quiet, or are you just or nice and loud?
I'm nice loud to them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Everyone,
I-
roll me a listen check.
Oh, God dang it.
I got an 8.
16 minus 115.
Okay.
19.
All right. So the two of you, not you, Zeph, hear a slight commotion in the main room, and you see the source of light go out. And what sounds like the sound of boots on stone.
Hey, what's going on over there?
You hear the sound of boots stop, and then who's that?
Who are you?
I asked you first.
Fair. I'm just a traveler, just kind of wandering around, a little lost.
Hey boys, this one's lost. He needs directions. And you hear the sound. You hear several snickering voices.
So that's not fun. What's to hide?
Where are you going to hide in an open hallway?
If you say behind me,
Actually, no. I have one better yet. Or have we already passed the tripwire?
No, you haven't gone over it yet. It's right in front of you.
Yes. I just gently put my finger on it to where it hasn't budged at all, and I just wait for them.
Okay.
Why wouldn't we go over it and wait for them on the other side and see if they
You are
hit
currently
it?
on the other side of it.
Oh, we're on the other side. We've crossed over.
You haven't crossed over. They're in front of you coming down the hall.
Oh, okay.
They're not
okay.
outside the
everybody
cave.
just back up.
Well, I mean, he's already got a hold of it, so I'm gonna back up. I'll let him go.
I look at them and I'm just like, "Can you all help me here?" As I'm obviously holding on to the tripwire.
You're attempting to. Okay. All right. So when you put your finger in the wire, you realize it is quite taut.
Hot,
Yes.
hot or like?
Taut, as in tight or pulled tight.
Okay. Is he? It sounded like he said "ow," and that's why I was like,
Well, he said ow. I don't know why he
Yeah.
said ow. It's not sharp.
What kind of wire is it?
It's
Just like normal rope?
It's thin like fishing wire.
Yeah, so I was holding on to it. So
Okay.
with the grip, eventually it's going to start to dig into my skin. So
Eventually, yes. All right. So it's digging in, but it's not cutting you at least.
yeah.
All right, so you're just gonna stand there and wait for them to approach?
Yeah.
All right, so you see a ragtag group of people in varying states of scavenged armor come up to you. That appears to be a group of hobgoblins.
You all look lovely, I say in Goblin.
He kind of looks at you funny, and then returning in Goblin. What do you do, or what are you actually doing here?
We were actually, I'm saying Goblin, the three of us were actually put on a quest of putting a blade together, forged by a god or goddess. We don't really know for sure. I don't. And we were directed here by the blade.
Kind of just blinks for a moment. Turns to the other goblins who all shrug.
Want me to pull out the blade and show you?
Don't do that.
I say Goblin. You don't know Goblin.
Sure. He goes, yeah, I'd very much like to see that.
Okay. I reach in my bag and I pull out the giant blade.
They look at it for a minute. And a couple of them go, ooh.
Don't think about it. Look is still near the tripwire.
They look at it, see the tripwire, and they go, well, you didn't trip over it.
No, but maybe I might. Whenever you guys are close,
You trip over it?
I pull.
They
it.
started laughing. All right, you said you pull on it?
No, I tell them. No, I'll pull on it.
All right. So the one in the lead draws his morning star and walks forward.
I wait until he's where he could reach out. The tip of the blade could just barely touch me.
Mhm.
I pull it, then I run back.
All right. So when he's about, he rears back, or you pull on it, and nothing happens. It is a literal tripwire, something you trip over when you run too fast and don't notice it.
And like I said, I'm running back. So
All right. So you see the halfling run past you, and then the hobgoblins step over the wire. All the other hobgoblins draw their weapons. There appears to be about 9 of them.
Do they know we're together?
Yes, he did indicate that the 3 of you were adventurers together looking for this blade.
Crap. 'Cause I was totally going to stand sideways. I'm following him. I guess.
All right, so the door. So Zach starts running.
better yet,
Oh, crap.
I'm going to cast a lullaby. I'm going to try and sing.
Okay, roll me a performance check for an instrument you're not used to using.
Your voice.
10.
All right, yeah, you can cast lullaby. What does lullaby do?
Lullaby. Casting time 1 standard action.
Okay.
It is a medium range of 100 feet
Yep.
plus 10 feet per level.
Okay.
Any creature within the area that fails a will save becomes drowsy and inattentive, taking a -5 penalty on listen and spot checks and a -2 penalty on will saves against sleep effects while the lullaby is in effect. Lullaby lasts for as long as the caster concentrates, plus up to 1 round per caster level thereafter.
So the range is 140 due to your level. What is the area?
The area. Living creatures within a 10-foot radius burst.
Okay, so yeah, you could get probably half of them in that. So they'll roll will saves, and what's the bad effect you said?
The bad effect is -5 penalty on lesson and spot checks and a -2 penalty on will saves against sleep effects.
Okay, so they're a little bit, or most of them are. One of them is a little bit drowsy. The rest of them seem to be unaffected.
Okay, and then I know I'm gonna be wasting some magic here, but let's see here.
All right, so as you're casting this, what are the 2 of you doing? You running?
Yeah.
I'm standing still.
All right, so you got balls. Meanwhile, so the hobgoblin captain is standing in front of you, but the boys in the back line are tossing javelins at the bard.
And
Hold on, it's not your turn yet.
okay,
Oh,
You already
no.
cast 1 spell.
okay, so we're gonna be
We're gonna have this round, and then we're gonna roll for initiative.
all right.
All right. 3, 4, 5. All right, so you get hit with 3 javelins. One of them's a critical hit. The damage on that comes out to 1d6 plus 1 each. 1, 2, 3. Of course, he'd roll max damage on a critical hit. So.
You've died.
You take 24 damage, just 3 javelins, just.
I'm dead.
24 damage and you're dead?
That is my max HP.
Okay, no. You are at 0 HP, which means you are not currently dying, but you have been knocked unconscious from sheer shock.
Crap.
So the bard's down. You're standing in front of 9 hobgoblins, and you've turned to run, you said, Zeph?
Yeah.
Alright, so you see the bard go down as you follow behind him, and then you see... Oh. And let's roll for initiative!
Can I go back and grab him?
He is still in front of you, actually, because he ran first.
Rolling for initiative?
Yep.
Alright. What is my initiative?
Unless you have a feat, your dexterity modifier.
Alright. I do not. So, dexterity modifier?
Mhm.
Alright, hold on.
Alright, you need to get up.
It's 1. Alright. So who all's rolling for it?
Everyone, including you. And just in case someone... Well, you actually don't have to yet.
I got
Until someone revives you.
I got 14.
If they do.
Alright.
And then rolls, and then plus 2. So 14. You and I both got 14.
Nat 20, that comes up to 22.
Nice. That'll do.
Of course. It's a nat 20.
Just for ease of use. This is going to be the tripwire.
You want some, I've got some little guys up here.
Nah.
I gotta use the bathroom real quick while you set that up.
Like this.
There goes my plan.
What was your plan?
I was then gonna cast Daze.
All right. I'm going to need a dice from everyone to represent their characters. Preferably something you think you're not going to use. I'll probably do. Oh no, you'll need that for if you use your greatsword.
I definitely want them to use this.
No d10s?
No D10s. I don't have anything good for a D10.
All right, so you made it back a good distance.
How many feet is that?
5 feet per square.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do. All right. You are just about toe-to-toe with the bandit captain. He looks like all the other ones, except his armor is slightly less patchy.
Sounds about right.
And we'll get Ham in a second. So you said you got a 14?
Yes.
Okay. What's your dexterity?
15.
Okay, so you should have higher than Ham then. All right. It's okay. You have 14 plus. Zephyr has 14. Bandits have 14 minus, because you all somehow rolled 14. And you said 22?
Yes.
Dalek, 22. All right, so Dalek, you'll actually go first, but you're down. So, all right. Curry, you get to go first. All right, so there's a bandit captain 5 feet in front of you. He's already stepped over the tripwire. So you just need to move 5 feet forward, and you can attack him with whatever weapon you'd like. Whatever weapon you're wielding, except a ranged weapon.
That's better.
From you, I'm going to need a dice from you to mark your character on the board.
All right, which one?
Whatever dice you don't think you're going to use. So what's your primary weapon? Greatsword?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep your D6 at least.
Which is...
You probably won't use the 4.
Shit. You come back here. Which one? Hey, do you grab that one? All right,
and you said you'd start to run back, so you were about to pass him when you saw the 3 javelins get stuck in his chest.
It's fair.
All right, so Curry, what would you like to do on your turn?
Guess I could try to attack him.
All right, so you just move up. All right, what are you attacking him with?
My scythe.
All right, you are so with a step of confidence. You walk forward, whip soul out of its sheath, do a little twirl, and are you going to attack? Or how would you like to attack? Are you going to power attack or just standard attack it? 20, the one you usually roll, and you're going to roll to attack him.
19.
All right. So with the soul, you crit on only 20, but 19 plus all your modifiers for it. So what is your attack bonus for soul?
Let's see if I can find this right over here.
All right, 2 hit. So
That makes
you
it
actually
a
should
little
have
better.
plus 1 more from your weapon focus with it. So that should become, your 2 hits should become 9. And your damage should become 2d4 plus 8 from your weapon specialization.
Swipe over. There you go.
All right, so 19 plus 9 is 28, which is going to hit his AC really easily. So you just walk up. All right, so now you need to roll damage. So get your D4 out. It's that little caltrop looking motherfucker. Yep. Weston, would you lend her yours as well? Because hers does 2d4. All right, so roll those. All right, 1 and 1, Snake Eyes. All right, so 2 plus the 8 damage, that's at normally is 10 damage. So you walk up, and with a confident strike, you cleave him from shoulder down to his midsection, and he's dead.
Yay.
And the other ones just look at you like, They all throw down their weapons. We don't want to mess with you, lady. We'll leave.
Go.
So they all gingerly step over the tripwire. They all had 6 HP. The captain had 10, and you took it out in 1 fucking hit.
Meanwhile, this guy's over here trying to cast a sleep spell, and I'm running.
And they all just kind of gingerly walk by. You take 3 more damage as they pull the javelins out from you as you leave. Okay, now you're actually dying.
Oh, no.
You're at negative 3 HP. Once you hit negative 10, you are actually dead. Now you two, you can do what you can to staunch his bleeding with I believe it's a medicine check.
Out of character, I know that neither one of them will, though, but I was looking at my inventory and I have a wand of minor cure wounds.
Yes, you do.
Too bad you died in one round.
I did.
So which one are we doing?
I believe it's medicine.
I don't have that.
It's not on there. I'm trying to think what the skill's called then. I don't have the skill list right now. Might be. It should be on my laptop. May I?
Here.
Oh boy. Heal is just what it's called.
Hey, all right.
So what bonuses do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2?
-1.
No. Okay. So all right. You need to roll to stabilize him and keep him from bleeding out.
All right. Let's see what I do.
Please be smart enough. That's 11.
Oh, 9. Okay. So you managed to staunch the bleeding, and you are sitting at -3 hit points, but you're no longer bleeding out and dying.
Okay.
So you're stable, but not going to be conscious for a while.
Oh.
Big old sucking chest wounds.
Can I search him
Yes.
for any? All right. I want to search him for any
All right.
healing.
Roll me a search check, and what do you have in your inventory?
One of cure minor wounds, 615 gold pieces,
Not 20.
and the whispering blade. Oh.
All right, well, you find his wand.
Oh, I didn't realize he had a wand.
He does indeed have a wand.
One
You
of
have
cure minor wounds.
You have no idea what it does.
Fair enough.
The only one currently capable of activating it.
You don't have any cures or anything on you?
Wait, no, I forgot. The one potion of cure minor wound because of the fact that with the wand. I forgot you and I talked about that.
Yeah, I said you might want to have one in case you're the one who dies. All right, so you do find this. It looks like a potion of some sort.
What do I do with this?
With a potion, you can dump it down his throat, but you have no idea what the potion actually does.
Right.
So it would be a risk.
What do I have that could help me with that?
You don't.
I don't. You were absolutely right.
No, I take it back. There is one.
What?
You could roll a praise.
A praise?
You would have to roll really high, but you can roll a praise to determine what it is.
Oh, a praise.
Are you going to help him out? I'm dead. I'm down. I cannot.
Roll for a praise. We'll both roll for a praise.
It's intelligence based.
Maybe we can figure out what the hell this vial of goo is.
Nope.
8.
Also, wait, what's your bonus?
1.
Also, nope. You have a mystery potion. You have a mystery wand and a mystery potion.
You two are going to have to talk about it. You two are going to have to decide whether or not it should be shoved down my throat.
Are we shoving this down his throat?
Yes, why would he be carrying a potion that's bad?
Well, he could be carrying poison.
That he could. They do come in similar vials.
We could be poisoned. I mean, he's already going to die, but...
Alternatively, you can let him have bed rest and he'll cover eventually. But it'll probably be another day or so.
Now, it's not going to help my case any, but do remember, I'm the one that caused us to end up like this.
This is his fault.
He could suffer a bit.
I don't know. I vote for poisoning.
That was cold-blooded.
You're the one holding the vial. It's ultimately up to you if I'm poisoned or not.
Give him the potion.
Give him the potion.
All right.
Possibly poison.
All right, you dump the potion down his throat. You choke a little bit, but you recover 9 HP.
Hey.
You cough, you sputter, and you're conscious again.
We're back to being positive. Just to let you know, she saved your ass.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Better off than I am.
All right. Bard, you have 6 total HP.
Yep. And I'm going to roll a straight performance.
Okay.
And I am going to do Cure Moderate Wound.
Okay. I was going to say you can just use your wand for no roll.
I could.
But I have his
Yeah.
wand.
Yeah, you have to get it.
Oh, yeah. So you look around on your person. The wand is gone.
Has anybody seen my wand?
You got a wand?
You got ratted out.
Wand, please.
Courier
Can
rats
I?
you out.
So unfair. You're working against me. All right, fine. Here's your wand.
Thank you.
Now, did you give him his gold back?
He never did grab my gold. He
Oh,
never said that he grabbed it.
No, I guess he didn't. I was
Yeah.
there. He searched you and he found it, but he never took it, I guess.
She's super playful right now. She's like,
So,
Sharp.
1d4 plus 4.
1d8 for the wand?
Yeah, it says 1d4 plus 4.
no, that's
Why?
for attacking, but
No, that's the wand. It's supposed to be 1d8.
It's supposed to be 1d8 plus 1.
I'm gonna take my little 4 die back.
Plus what?
1.
Plus 1.
I'm gonna steal another.
6.
Okay. You can use as many charges as you need to, but it has a maximum of 50.
Yeah. 6.
All right.
So we're up to 18.
And this will be my third and final charge
Okay.
for the day. Hopefully.
Yep.
8.
That'll do.
There we go. Back to
That'll
max
do,
HP.
That'll do.
That'll do. All right.
Feel it.
So,
We almost
Since
got rid of it.
since they both saved my life, I know I'm not required to, but I would give them both 5 gold each.
all right.
Well, thanks.
That'll do.
That's more than I made last year.
All right. So with that, you are free to continue exploring again.
Down the cave?
Down the cave.
Down the cave.
This something cave? Well, I'm gonna add my 5 more gold.
All right.
There we go.
So you walk your way down more. Is anyone looking for traps again?
Sure, I'll look for traps.
All right. Search.
Hey, why not? I'll help.
All right.
17.
All right. You give yourself a +4 because you're looking for stone traps.
Okay. Stone traps.
You find no traps.
19.
All right. You also find no traps.
We walk down a little bit more.
All right. And you reach the end of the hallway, and you now find yourself in a large kind of chapel-like room. Carved not too far from the walls are rows of 8 pillars on each side. How do I want to describe this? They're along the sides of the walls, offset by about 5 feet, so there's a little alcoves behind them. Along each of the pillars is a torch that helps illuminate the room as you walk in. Another torch lights as you approach the far side of the room. At the far side of the room, you see a small set of stairs, roughly 4, that leads up to a smaller diadem where something is shining on a piece of purple cloth.
I'm checking for traps.
Where?
Everywhere. I am searching the entire room.
Okay. All right. So we're going to roll multiple times. First time.
19.
All right. You find no traps.
18.
You find no traps.
That is 9 plus 11.
You find no traps. All right. You are now approaching, or you've kind of got the perimeter.
Yeah.
Now you're getting close to the stairs and the diadem.
5.
You find no traps.
Okay, guys, there's no traps.
Sure, it's
Anybody else gonna search for traps, or is it just me?
No, I think you covered the room, bud.
You pretty much covered the room. The only thing you haven't really covered is like the diadem itself.
You want to search a diadem for traps, bud?
You know what? Yes.
Go for it. The two of you, the swords tell you, don't touch it.
Okay.
7.
You find no traps.
Listen.
No, this is the sword talking to you.
Yeah.
It's only in your head.
We just get, because we have a good relationship with it, we didn't leave it behind.
Because somebody asked the sword to be quiet. So the sword's being quiet to
we
you.
didn't leave it behind. We didn't gently toss it into the cave once we got there. And we didn't pick it up and drag it or try to leave it behind anywhere again for the second time.
I go to grab it.
All right. So you go up, and as you approach the diadem, there is a small pressure plate right in front of the diadem. You step on it.
Fuck. I immediately jump backwards back to the
You get a reflex save.
Yay!
Oh,
Let's see if I can do this. I don't see reflex
It should be under combat.
under combat. Okay.
Or your 3
Yep.
saves are fortitude, reflex, and weak.
That's an 11.
All right. So you hear a click, followed immediately by your oh shit, and a cage falls from the ceiling.
I'm assuming that I don't make it.
You dear, well, you probably would have, but your reflexes were so good that you step backwards
Into the cage.
into the cage, leaving you away from the diadem. It is now out of your reach, and you are surrounded by a steel bird cage that fell from the ceiling and has embedded itself in the ground. It's roughly 6 feet high, and appears to have cracked the stone beneath it.
Hey, I think there's no more traps.
Kiss.
You didn't even warn him this time.
Yeah, you could have stopped him.
I was still,
So could you, but
I was still fanning over my side.
She was still in awe over the fact that she killed him in one hit.
right. It was such a clean hit, you didn't even leave blood on the blade.
Yay.
It's one of those where you see it go through and then you just see their body like slowly slide afterwards.
Yes. It was that clean. All right, so you're stuck in a cage.
I sit down. Anybody want to grab the blade? I think I released the trap.
You want to check for traps?
The blade says don't touch.
Don't touch. You want to you want to try to lift the cage to let him out?
Yeah.
I don't know if we can. I mean, we got some high strength, but
You can give it a try. So each of you give me a strength check, just add your modifier. Roll your d20 and add the modifier.
you're going to do better on this than I will.
There's a difference of +1. Natural 20! 19. Okay, so you actually have the same result. And like it's nothing. Whoop!
And I run out of the cage.
All right. The cage, which was roughly 400 pounds, just hit it.
I see. I was just trying to go for like lift it up a little bit to where you could crawl under, but that works too.
Oh yeah, you got this. You got this.
So I see that nobody's actively trying to go for the blade. What do we do?
You should look for more traps.
Look for more traps.
Okay, fine. Let me go back. Search. 16.
All right, you find no traps.
There's no more traps.
I don't believe it.
If you don't believe it, I'm not going.
I'll grab it.
All right, so you walk up, you hear another click.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Roll reflex.
Don't expect any strength from me.
I'm well aware. 11.
All right, So this time the traps come up from the ground. What you missed were 4 slight holes in the ground right in front of the diadem on either side, and out of them shoot spikes that come out of the ground and stab you. What's your armor class?
Total
Yes.
16.
All right. You manage to or one of them nicks off of your armor, but the other 3 sink in for a total of 15 damage.
All right.
You now have spikes embedded in you. You are currently restrained by the spikes, like Vlad the Impaler style.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm kind of down for that.
What the fuck?
Oh, wait, hold on. I did that wrong. So how much damage did you say I take?
15.
15? Okay.
All right.
I've got 32 health left.
The trap has sprung. The spikes don't seem to be going anywhere, though.
Oh,
I immediately got to pull you out. At least
God.
try to.
So they're embedded like this.
Like that. So he's stuck
Yeah.
in there. I'm gonna search to see what I can do to unhook.
Okay.
18.
All right. So the trap spikes have actually slightly lifted him off the ground, and you see the pressure plate he was standing on has gone from depressed to come right back up. You reason that if you touch it again, something will happen.
I immediately got to press my hand on it.
So you do it, and the spikes retreat. You are now bleeding.
And then I immediately got to use Cure Minor Wound.
Cure
my-
light wound.
Yeah, Cure Light Wound.
Okay.
With-
Wand or
Yeah, Wand.
okay. Go ahead and roll for it.
Where are you? Right here.
Bleeding out here, man.
That's a D10.
Oh, yeah. What was I thinking?
8.
Yeah,
You were right.
I was. 6 plus
1. 7. All right, you have 7 HP back, and you are no longer bleeding.
Yay.
It has covered the wounds, but you can feel the internal bleeding. And then you hear the sword say, "Oh, it's safe now."
Of course.
Do I hear it or no still?
Oh, you do.
Oh, hey, it's safe. I got to grab it.
All right, so you pick up. This is a very small piece of the blade compared to the others. It's roughly about that long. But unlike the other piece of the blade, there is a small, clear gem embedded in the blade itself.
Hey, Frostbite, is this the final piece or is there any more?
Silence again.
Come on.
Is there another piece?
Silence from you as well.
Oh, man.
There is a very pleased feeling, though, even more than before.
Do I feel it?
Yes,
Oh, hey, if I can feel it.
it's like it's proud of all of you.
See what happens when we put it together.
There is that.
I was just about to. I put the 2 pieces that I have holding down.
All right, so you put your 2 pieces down on the floor. Are you gonna try and just see if you have all the pieces?
Yeah.
All right.
What about you two? Do you all do the same?
All right, so you put all 4 pieces down. It looks like you have a complete blade. The whole blade itself is roughly 6 feet long with the handle that's actually taller than you are.
That's awesome.
The blade is about that thick, and the serrations are about that long, extended more from that. It really looks like a giant saw more than anything else, if the saw was in the form of a katana.
If only we didn't have.
You're a
short
serrated
people.
Sephiroth.
It's not quite that long.
Oh, okay.
Here, his blade is ridiculous. This is like actually 9 feet long.
You're a serrated cloud.
Okay.
It's about that length, but it's not that wide. Holy fuck.
Are they still apart?
Yes, everything is still apart.
Okay.
They will require some smithing to put back together.
do we all agree that we all just put the 4 pieces into my bag of holding?
Are you sure you want to do that? As bad of a migraine as you got because you tried to leave it behind to begin with?
I'll just hold on with my piece.
I think I'm going to hold on to my piece too.
Okay, so I
Makes
hold on to
some
the other
sense.
2 pieces.
Hey, you can hold on to the other 2 pieces. Hopefully we can, get you to leave them behind and see what happens with 2 pieces.
This is a good feeling. I don't want to lose this feeling.
For now.
It's proud of you for now. We'll see how long that lasts. She is fickle.
And the question is, where do we go from here?
Back to the mage?
The priest?
The priest? That's
Probably
what I said.
be good. Would you call the priest?
The mage?
I mean, kind of.
He did magically make you really, really mad.
Oh, yeah. Pissed you off good.
You destroyed the one thing that helps you.
So as you're kind of picking up the pieces, you hear everyone roll me a listen check.
Uh-oh.
17.
Okay. That's a 5.
4.
4. You don't know.
8.
Nat 1.
Oh, it's a nat one. Yeah, you don't hear shit.
No, I never
you
do.
You don't hear shit. You don't hear shit. You hear the faint sound of footsteps. This one, and the sound of clinking mail.
This is playing out like before.
I was just about to. I was about to whisper to you to. You might want to hide.
Do I need to roll another listen check?
You can if you want to try, but or you can take his word for it
And hide?
and hide or run, whichever you prefer.
Let's hide.
Okay. Go ahead and hide then.
Okay.
Everyone roll an attempt to hide. There are plenty of pillars and shadowy spaces.
20.
Oh man.
All right, so nat 20. Yeah, you hit real great. You were the stealthiest motherfucking armored dwarf. What you got?
5.
Oh no.
You ever seen One Piece?
Yep.
You hide like Chopper.
Yeah.
Just what'd you roll?
24.
All right, the two of you are remarkably well hidden. Meanwhile, you're like, you can't see me.
Pull your chainmail up.
If I can't see you, you can't see me.
All right, so the two, or everyone can see the figure approaching from behind the altar. A door opens, or a small stone door, that was probably at one point used as priest quarters. And out of it walks what is easily the largest orc you've ever seen. It's 7.5 feet tall, good 300 pounds, mostly muscle, and it's glowering like it's looking for something and sniffing.
Uh-oh.
I think to myself, God, that thing's big.
Yeah, it is.
Surprised you don't think you want to fuck it.
I am in too much fear.
Here,
Though I am a bird, I have some intelligence.
so you know it would be a good time. All right.
For the right circumstance.
So you can't find either of you, but it spots you almost immediately.
That didn't take long.
It stands still, draws a spear and a shield, and says, "Come, do battle."
I do charm person.
You two are hiding though.
You are okay.
I know.
You can definitely. So what's the range on charm person?
It is close range, 25 feet plus 5 feet for every 2 levels.
So it's a 35-foot range. You are not close enough to him.
I was going to sneak behind him.
Okay. Roll me a move silent.
I was gonna do intimidate.
You absolutely can still while he's moving into position.
That is a 19.
All right. And you go ahead and roll your intimidate. He hears you. And that's a 7 for you.
14.
All right, and he gets a will save against that. He is not impressed. Just looks at you and gives you up. Really?
Really, really?
Or he hears, "Sneak thief! I know you are there. Come out and I will kill you quickly."
Hi, friend. How close am I now?
You're about 50 feet out.
Do
not approach.
I freeze.
You may speak, but do not approach. Sneak thief smells like magic. And I smell dwarf. Where is dwarf?
Oh, come on now.
Called you out.
I'm gonna detect thought. See what the.
What's the range on detect thoughts?
60 feet.
All right.
I'm gonna see what he's thinking about.
All right. Wisdom save, or he gets a wisdom save. You detect all his thoughts. Or the surface thoughts are, good fight, not fight in long time. Where are my guards? Useless hobgoblin.
Oh no. Listen, buddy. I know you're wanting a fight. I just want to let you know I'm not a good fighter.
Good, you die quickly.
Please don't.
Please don't.
What's the reverse of intimidation?
Beg for life.
Persuade.
Diplomacy for beg for life.
If you let me leave now, I promise that I'll find you tons of loot.
Are you bluffing or are you sincere?
No, he's bluffing. He's trying to get the fuck out of there.
All right, then roll bluff.
That's a 16. No, 14, my bad.
You lie! And he turns and throws the spear at you. What's your AC? Not good enough.
No.
Not good enough. All right, you take 12 damage as this one hits you right in the shoulder. And he draws a second spear. This one's shorter than that one. Come, we fight! And roll for initiative, everyone.
Oh, I tried.
Hold on.
Initiative.
I got 16. Oh wait, no, I lied. What's initiative again?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
+2 for me.
Okay, so Dalek is 2.
So I got 12.
No, I got a total of 17.
Okay,
Sorry.
17 for
Dexterity
Dalek.
plus what you rolled. Oh, you rolled that.
Curry is what?
15
Okay.
plus that.
15 plus that?
No, you've got not your actual dexterity, your multiplier.
22.
Yeah. Oh, and you took improved initiative, so you actually get +4 more than that. So +6 from. Oh, you roll a natural 20. Oh yeah. All right. So
You're
26.
12.
Zeph's got 12, and the orc has 16. All right, Curry, you're going first. Placing you around the room. Everyone, get your die out again.
Which one are we giving you?
Whichever one you ain't going to use.
I don't think I'm going to need a D10.
All right. So let's see. We said you were roughly fit, or you were within. You couldn't cast Charm Person. You were like 50 feet away.
Yeah.
So you had been trying to sneak over, and you ended up like right about here.
There you go.
All right, that's going to be you. All right, where do you want to be in this?
I was standing next to her whenever I came out.
Oh, okay, so you walked out. Where you couldn't hide. And you
You
just
I
got
couldn't
out.
hide well. I tried to hide well.
So you tried to hide over here and just like step out. So you two are going to be right about here. Let's make it easy. All right. So, initiative, Curry, you're going first. Drossel and go to town. All right. So you can mirror. Your movement is. What is your movement?
I think it's 20.
I think it's 20 because you're in chainmail.
It's under abilities. Should be. Or no.
All right. So we'll just call it.
Hold on. Yeah, 30 feet.
Oh.
Minus 10 for armor.
Nice 10 for armor, so 20.
Yeah.
All right, so you can move up to your gold. So you can move up to 20, 15, 20. All right, that is all you can move up in there and still make an attack. And since he's out of your range anyway, you can either move and get right in his face and on your turn, or you can wait for him there.
I'll wait.
Okay. All right, that brings it to Dalek.
I will try to move silent again.
He already knows you're there.
I know I'm gonna try and hide, unless if that's
You
not
can-
gonna be the case.
Well, you can, but since he's seen you, you take a minus 20.
kind of figure.
You can't see.
You can't hide from someone who already knows you're there, is the problem.
And if I don't charm person, that's just gonna be a waste of a spell, pretty much.
I believe that's the case.
So, best that I can do is I'm gonna go ahead and get away from the pillar,
Okay.
and then what's the distance for a short bow again? 60 feet,
Up to 100.
up to 100.
Up to 80.
80. Okay.
Yeah.
But if I use my short bow, I might hit her though.
There is a chance. You do not have a perfect line of sight.
I will just go ahead and
You can move more than that, though, if you like.
no, I want to stay pretty far back right now. I'm gonna heal myself with my wand.
Okay. Do you want to pull the spear out first so you don't heal it into your body on accident?
Yes, that seems more logical. So
All right. Go ahead and you roll a strength to pull it out of your body. It's gonna
Okay.
hurt.
So
It's gonna hurt a lot.
It's gonna hurt a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
No. That's a 14.
All right.
Okay, that hurts. I drop it and then I use the wand.
Okay.
1d8 plus 1.
Yep. 5.
5. Okay. And I'll call that good.
That is your turn. All right. That brings it to the orc, who gets a short spear, raises his shield, and is going to jab at you. All right. So the first jab does an 11 hit you, your AC.
Under combat.
Thank you.
Oh, I just now thought of something. Crap.
17.
This sounds about right.
Huh?
All right. So no, the first one is a miss. His second attack is a non-natural 20, so it's a 20 hit you down. It asks if it beats yours, it will. Okay. All right. So for that, so the first one is a miss. You kind of dodge to the left, and it gets right over your shoulder. The second one, though, is a good clean hit for 10 points of damage.
Dang.
This one isn't quite a direct hit, but it's right into your arm. All right, and that is his full turn. That brings it to you, Zeph.
Well, let's move up.
All right, You've got 25 feet. No, you're a barbarian. You've got all 35.
Yeah. Well, 30, but yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25. All right. So you can get right up in his face, or
Yep.
rather, right up on his flank. You manage to get on the side of him that isn't holding the shield.
We're going to hit him with the great axe.
All right. So you whip your great axe out as you're running forward and roll me an attack roll.
All right. 1d12.
That's your damage
Oh, right.
to
right.
hit.
Attack roll?
So yeah, to hit. It's your bonus for that one.
20, right?
Yep.
All right.
14.
And what am I looking at?
Your bonus to hit.
2 hit? 7.
Okay, so 21 will hit.
Yep.
All right, now you roll the d12.
All right.
7 plus for damage.
4.
All right, so he takes 11 damage. You swing the axe and you catch him right in the shoulder. Not quite the clean cleave you that Curry had earlier, but it looks like it fucking hurt. It looks like it hurt. All right, and back to the top. Curry, it's all you now.
I'm going to try to attack.
All right, go for it. So roll your d20. 17 plus your 2 hit.
6?
I think it's higher than that.
You're 2 hit, dear. Done that. 8.
Or 9.
Oh, yeah, 9. Okay, so 9. Yep, your 26 will hit it. Go ahead and roll the damage then. You need 2 of those. So, Weston, you got your extra one?
Which one?
Yep, d4.
Okay.
All right. Not snake eyes this time. Not snake eyes.
3 and a what?
3 and 3. All right, so 6 plus, what is the rest of your damage? It's a 2d4 plus what?
6.
With 2 more for weapon specialization. Go ahead and change that to 2d4 plus 8.
So it's what, 14?
Yeah. All right. You get a good clean hit. The orc is not pleased. So you get him in the other shoulder. What the fuck is with you guys and shoulders? All right, Dalek, it's up to
Aiming
you.
for the head.
How many feet can I move?
25 is a halfling.
25. Okay, so the pillar, it's not going to let me hit him.
He's currently engaged, isn't paying near as much attention to you. Go ahead and roll a hide at a -10.
Well, I was not going to hide. I was going to try and shoot him with my short bow, but the pillar is right there.
You can duck around the pillar
Okay.
for this one.
We'll do some matrix stuff.
All right, you roll at a -2 because you're shooting into melee combat.
-2.
Oh,
Okay.
no. I'm dead.
Only if he crit fails and misses.
15. -2, that's 13. What other proficiency do I do?
Dexterity and attack bonus. So you should have a 2 hit on. I don't know what yours is.
Dex is +2.
Okay, so that's 15 plus your base attack bonus is.
+3, so the -3 negates the +3, so +2, that's 17.
17 will miss. So you have him shooting on the side that he has a shield on. He raises it at the last second and barely knocks it out of the way.
That's it for my turn.
All right, that brings it to the orc. All right, both of you have taken chunks out of him. He is not happy, so he will continue his assaults on you, Curry, since you're right in front of him.
We're going to die.
So the first one is an 11 again, so that's not going to hit you. But the second one is an 18. Does that or does it beat yours?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think she's at 17.
Yeah.
All right. So from that you take 5 points of damage, the minimum.
20.
All right. He has done his 2 attacks. Although he looks like he's contemplating doing something else. And it's back to you, Zephyr.
I'm going to attack him again.
All right, go for it.
All right.
19.
19?
You'll hit him.
Yeah.
You will hit him.
7
plus
plus
4.
4.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so
11.
another 11 damage. All right. He looks like he's hurting. And that brings it back to the top. Curry.
I hit him again.
All right.
Out of character, how much health do you have?
20
Left.
Okay,
out of 35.
okay, so. I'm so weak.
Dale, can I see your other D4 so she can?
Main reaction. Roll a hit. What is it?
7.
7 plus 9, I think you said. 16 will not hit. So this time he's ready for it, and he raises his shield and it clanks off of it. All right. Curry's gone. Dalek.
Get closer.
And find
That
another
is
arrow,
as
like-
far as I'm gonna go.
All right. You will shoot him again?
Yep.
All right. Shooting a melee at a -2.
Nope.
All right. Hot. Zip over the head. Your comrade's going to look at you and go, what?
I'm too nervous. I'm shaking. I'm too scared.
All right. So as a free action, he's going to roll Intimidate against you, and he growls at you menacingly. Roll a will save.
16.
You're barely, or you keep from pissing your pants, but you're still shaking.
That's why you keep missing.
All right. And it's the orc's turn. He's going to continue the assaults. All right. 18 again for the first one. Second one is going to be a critical hit.
Uh-oh.
All right. So the first one does 5 damage. The second one
Died 15.
is going to deal 18 damage.
I'm dead.
All right. So you get stabbed right through the gut, or kind of two-hands it all the way through and all the way back. You are how much are you at in negatives?
What were the two numbers again?
Grand total of 22 damage.
So she's -2.
-2.
Yeah.
All right.
Because she started at 20, so if it's 22 damage, it's negative.
All right. You're at -2. You are down on the ground and you are bleeding out. All right. That was the orc. Zephyr, you, sir, you saw Curry go down.
Oh, crap. Can I throw her?
You can pick her up and attempt to throw her,
But that would do probably more damage to her.
and also provoke an attack of opportunity from the orc as you're kind of defenseless.
Don't worry, I'm within range.
This is true. All right, we're gonna hit him again.
All right, roll to hit.
Yes. What we got?
2.
Swing and a miss.
I'm gonna say that is definitely a miss because that's only a 9.
All right. That brings it back to the top. All right, Curry, you lose another 1 HP as you bleed out.
Wait, hold on. What about?
Dalek's next.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you're down to -3
no.
now. Dalek, it's your turn.
I'm gonna reach right around, right behind her,
You did the smart thing.
and then I will go ahead and cure light wounds because unfortunately I already used a 2nd level spell, my only one.
All right. Roll your 1d8 for the wand, or are you going to cast a spell?
The D8 would be wiser.
I mean, both the D8 will be either one of them.
Okay, then
Your healing will be stronger if you cast a spell, but you risk not casting it since you have no instrument.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try the risk
Okay,
with the spell.
go for it.
oh crap!
Roll performance. Sing, Bard, sing.
10.
You sing great.
Oh,
And also for future reference, you add your charisma.
at my charisma.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes, you still pass either way. All right, roll the D8 plus 4 then.
D8 plus 4. 10 points.
All right, you are
Add it
back
to
to
your-
+7. All right, You are awake. You are on the ground and in pain. Existence is torment.
And I think that's all that I can do.
All right. The orc sees one of you down, sees the bard, gives you a glare, and is going to 5-foot shift here and make some stabs at you.
Oh no.
All right. So the first one is a miss, but the second one is a 14. Does that hit?
By one.
Okay. All right. So you take 10 damage.
No, I'm at 7,000.
Stab.
Ow! Help! This hurts so much.
I need help. Wait, I am help.
I know the feeling.
All right. That brings it to you, Zephyr.
Can I rage?
You absolutely can rage.
Let's do it.
All right. So you get 4 extra strength, 4 more constitution. Your will save goes up temporarily, but you lost 2 AC.
Okay.
All right. So now you're raging. Now what?
All right. Now I'm attack.
All right. So you move up and make your attack roll. It's 2 more higher than before. 18.
18.
You'll hit. All right.
9.
So 9 plus your new. What's your new strength? Your new strength score is 21. So it's plus 7 now for damage. So 16 damage, and the orc goes down. This time you get a good clean hit. You leap up and decapitate.
Yes.
Ooh, this still hurts.
Yes, it does. Oh, it hurts a lot.
Okay, so I can cast.
A lot of damage in that. I didn't get hit once.
We're no longer in battle, are we?
I still have the one-hit kill of the goblin leader.
That you did. What's up?
We're no longer in battle now, are we?
Correct.
I'm gonna use my last 2 spells to heal herself.
All
her
right,
and
sing
myself.
for me.
And then plus charisma,
Yep.
plus 3, that's 10.
Okay, that one works.
This is for her first.
Okay, so you don't have to roll anything. You're out of combat.
Oh, okay.
So you take your time for your first spell, and that'll come out to 12 health back. If you do the next one, it'll also be 12 health back, but you got to roll to make sure you sing good. Is that a critical failure? All right.
Take that health back off.
So who are you healing? Who are you healing?
Myself.
Okay. So you heal. It is a beautiful, or what comes out instead of a beautiful healing chant comes out as a death metal scream.
Oh no.
And instead you accidentally cast inflict light wounds on yourself. Roll a d8 plus 4 for damage.
Oh shit.
You take 11 damage. You're down again.
You're gonna die.
What's the health before?
-9 is when you die. All right. You see your bard. He gives a healing spell, and then he hurts himself, and then he collapses. He seems to be bleeding out of every orifice. And you've already searched his body, you know he has no more healing potions, so you have to do good old-fashioned bandages.
All right. What do I need to do to patch this?
That'll be a heal check.
A heal check.
Oh, crap.
Crap.
What is that?
16.
All right, you managed to patch him. You are no longer bleeding out.
Yay. Just let me sleep for a whole day.
Yeah, I try not to move him.
Can we search the orc's body?
You absolutely may. That's a search check.
Let's do it.
While they're doing that, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
All right.
Oh. 9.
All right. You look over the orc's body. You find the spear he stabbed Curry with. You find a big old shield made of metal with some hide.
Mhm.
You have a set of armor that's actually complete and not patchwork. It is a beautiful set of full plate armor made for a medium humanoid. It wouldn't fit you very good, but it would fit Curry perfectly.
Okay.
Maybe a little big on Curry, actually. And there is a potion of cure moderate wounds.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna take everything.
Okay.
I'm dying.
You're not dying.
Yeah, you just got.
You're like half health,
Yeah, you said.
right?
No, I'm at 7.
You're at 7? Wait, you didn't get the here. He healed you for 12.
Yeah.
You
Did
told
you?
me to take it.
Oh, that was.
That was for him. No, you're fine.
Okay.
You should be fine. Or you should be better anyway.
Yeah.
You are injured but not dying, is what I'd say.
So,
All right.
So
Zeph, you have a healing potion now.
yeah, I do.
So you don't
Well, that's true. You actually don't know it's a healing potion.
Right.
You found a vial of some strange liquid.
I found a vial, some armor, a sword, or no, a spear, and a shield.
And if you really want to, you can get the long spear or the longer spear, which was pulled out of Dalek earlier.
Nah. I don't. It doesn't. Would that add any range difference or?
No, it just does more damage. Because it's heavier.
Like, is it better than what I currently have?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
All right. Well.
All right, so
I have some gear now.
Yep.
Some armor that I cannot wear.
Yeah.
But I found on this body.
mhm.
I guess I don't really need it, so I could just leave it there unless someone else in the party needed it.
Right, you could put it in his bag of holding and sell it somewhere later if you really wanted to.
Do what?
I have chainmail.
Wearing the plate armor will increase your AC, but only by 1. But it will also make the armor check penalty go down or go much bigger. You would be looking at like a -16 to swim.
Yeah.
All
So we'll just put it in the bag of holding for now.
right,
Everything.
so they put you there to say strip the orc and put his armor in your bag of holding as you lie there. They also found a bottle of mysterious liquid.
Please tell me that they didn't shove it down my throat.
The thought was considered.
And they ultimately chose not to.
So far.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know
I
Zephyr
didn't
wasn't.
say anything.
I was the one to search them.
All right.
And you actually had the thought of not trying to kill me?
No, it's not necessarily the thought of not trying to kill you. It was the thought of holding it just in case.
Could be a potion of healing.
Poison.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I didn't appraise it.
You can roll appraisal if you'd like.
You didn't check my potion either. You just were like, you know what? Screw it.
No, I rolled appraisal.
You did. You still had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
You just,
Rolled appraisal. It was just, it looked like a bottle.
all right. So with that, does anybody have anything else they want to do in the room, or are we just going to sleep until Dalek maybe wakes up?
I'm going to go to sleep, try and get some health back.
All right. There are plenty of places to sleep around the room. Nothing's terribly comfortable because it's stone. But
I wouldn't know.
oh yeah, but you all have your bedrolls anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm not in mine.
right. So you lay on the floor uncomfortable. All right. So when the night finishes, you get health back, depending on your class. D12 plus your Constitution for you, Zephyr.
Mm-hmm.
D10 plus Constitution for you, Curry. And D6 plus your Constitution for you. Five.
7 in total.
All right. You're back to positive 4 HP. You wake up with
Positive
what?
3 HP.
Positive 3 HP.
Yeah.
So now you feel like, so when you wake up the next day, it's like the worst hangover you've ever had. You are not bleeding, but you are covered in nicks and scratches. You probably have a broken arm.
I will use my wand.
All right, time for magical healing.
I rolled a 10 with Constitution being a +4.
All right, so you get 14 back.
14. That actually puts me over health, so I'll just.
Your max health.
Great. And you said she needed to roll a.
D10.
The 10.
So this one.
So far, I've used it 6 times.
2 plus your constitution of 2, so you get 4 HP back.
You didn't sleep for shit. You had nightmares about the fight with the orc.
So
and
2 of you
dying.
actually, after your sleep, you get the dream of the woman in white again.
Yes.
This time she actually speaks and says, "I am pleased. Bring her return me to the priest, so I may be reforged, and I can reward you accordingly."
Did I get the dream too?
No, you were dead.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. She was tearing up my arm.
All right. So let's travel back and find this.
All right. So over the next couple of days, you travel your way back you sleep on the road again, and by the time you get back to market, everyone's back to full health. Just make it nice and easy.
Yeah.
That was already full health, so I'm fine.
The priest, their market day has passed and is not nearly so busy. And as usual, the priest tent is outside on the edge of town.
If they're okay with me splitting up for a minute, I would get an instrument.
All right.
Well, hold on. Let me.
Unless if y'all want to come with.
Well, no, that's a mind-splitting migraine that I don't want. But we're also about to go into a place where they actually forge everything. You might be on an off chance to be able to find something there.
You might.
On an off chance.
Might.
But I mean, come on, it's not like we're going to have to fight something whenever we go into the tent. Right? Hopefully.
How would we know?
We wouldn't.
Yes,
Only God does.
What?
Yes, God. Would we have to fight something in the tent?
I'll play like actual God and not give you a direct answer.
It's a maybe.
It's a strong maybe.
Ugh.
All right. So with that, are you going to go look for an instrument in town?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be cheaper than what he's going to sell for.
All right. So you go into town, and welcome to market on non-market day. The stalls are fishermen, vegetables, and another vegetable stand.
At least one of them has to have some kind of instruments.
For sale? No.
No,
Can you?
Does a farmer sell instruments?
they might.
No.
Or they may have one laying around that you can buy off of them.
There is, or one of them you do see has a harmonica.
Because I could see a fisherman playing some instruments while being out at sea. An instrument.
One of the farmers has a harmonica with him. You have no training in harmonica.
No, I do not.
So it'd be the same as attempting to sing at the moment.
Yeah. And those are the only thing.
No. Market is a town of 300 people when everyone's in town. On market day, it swells to about 600. But day-to-day activities, the people there are no, unless you think you could maybe go stop at a bar and there's a minstrel you could steal one from.
But there's no general goods store or anything.
The general goods store doesn't sell instruments.
So
Then what's the point of a general goods store?
I don't know, rope, tackle, camping supplies, torches,
Food,
food.
tomatoes.
Tomatoes aren't food, but that's fair. Tomatoes are more like a condiment.
I mean, you could always go to the bar and see if there's a bard not playing an instrument somewhere. Maybe he just set it down to use the bathroom or something. You never know what.
You do remember there was one instrument in the bar, but it was a piano.
Yeah.
Yes,
Maybe-
let me steal a piano.
Maybe the priest can shrink it down for you.
Suddenly piano. Oh my god, what the fuck? Where did you get that? Pull it out of your pocket. Suddenly. You do better just like get shrinking it and then throwing it at people to watch it expand.
I can totally see myself doing that.
One of the magic items is called the Instant Fortress, and one of the things in its description is you can throw it, speak the command word, and watch it fall on top of your enemies.
That's beautiful.
Does it immediately like crush them?
Yes,
Oh man.
it's like a
Oh.
60 by 60 fortress with a bedrock bottom.
All right.
Fine, I'm gonna go to the tent
All right,
so that way we can get attacked.
all right. So you enter the tent, and the familiar sound of metal on metal clanging as the priest is busy at work.
Hey, got any instruments to sell? We brought you your sword.
He doesn't hear you. Clang, clang, clang.
Yoo-hoo!
Turns.
We brought you your sword. Do you have any instruments to sell?
Why the fuck would I have an instrument?
Because you have everything. Please give me hope.
I have. Music is a waste of time and energy.
You really should have known that I don't like music. So what makes you think this dwarf is gonna like music?
Some might.
Or the dwarven bards tell stories, not make music.
Some might have some kind of ukulele or something.
What the fuck is a ukulele?
Well, you shrunk down and didn't enlarge back.
Oh, I thought that was just a cheap ass guitar.
Oh.
Pretty much the same thing.
I did, or now I know I only had 4 strings though.
We have your sword.
Ah, you brought the pieces. Come. Finally excited about something.
Oh, okay.
So, holds out his hands and takes all of your pieces if you're willing to give it to him. He said, "All right, I will be done in about 2 days. Or by all means, wait. I will. Or in the meantime, he hands each of you 5 gold. Enjoy yourselves at the inn. Drink and be merry, or drink and be be gloomy, whatever you desire."
Out of courtesy.
Did I just get paid 5 gold for this bullshit? I almost died.
Twice.
Says the bard.
Or he pays you all no mind as he retreats deeper into the forge, starts laying out the pieces and trying to figure out how he's going to make this work.
Out of character, how close is the next town?
About 3 days travel.
Oh, and we have to stay for 2 days. I'm never gonna get an instrument.
Only you had waited and not smashed it.
It does, or the charm would have worn off after another 24 hours.
You probably could have pieced it back together too, but I kind of used it as firewood.
So that happened.
We go inside the bar. Do I see any instruments besides the piano?
No. No musical instruments. There's a guy in the corner with some cartographer's tools. Which seems kind of odd, but other than that. What's everyone going to do with their 2 days? It's not really the kind of town for merrymaking, but every now and then a couple of fishermen come in at the end of the day and get real drunk.
I have nothing.
All right, so the samurai sits and judges.
Yeah.
You gonna drink anything in the process? Maybe.
All right, so maybe drinking.
Can I go fishing?
Yes, you absolutely can.
All right, I'm gonna go fishing.
All right. Are you gonna drink and fish as
I'm gonna
you're
drink
supposed
and
to?
fish. Yeah.
All right. So you purchase some, or so you go to the general store, purchase a lot or a large quantity of alcohol of your choice. What are you drinking?
Yeah.
Rum. All right. So you get a bunch of rum, and you go sit on the shore, and you fish for 2 days.
Sounds like a good plan to me. I got everything there that I need.
All right.
Staying away from people. I got a lake to take a bath in.
The ocean, actually.
Oh, even better.
You are on the coast.
Dehydrated as shit afterwards, but
Yes, you are. You're also fishing off of a cliff 40 feet down.
now I can jump.
I'm going to recommend against it.
Yeah, because I can't swim either.
All right, what about you, songless bard?
Since I have nothing, I'm just gonna sit around moping, not saying a thing beside him.
All right, so you sit and you watch Zephyr fish
Yes.
and ruin his mood completely.
If my mood is ruined, I will ruin somebody else's mood.
Petty. Well done.
Well, he's quiet, so it's fine with me as long as the fish don't swim away.
They can't hear anything over the crashing of the waves anyway.
I don't know that I'm going to catch anything off that.
You didn't catch much. You got a couple here and there that got too close. You probably snagged them more than actually caught them.
I'll take it.
But you got anything else from you, Curry? All right.
So you're just going to starve while watching
Yes.
these men drink at the end of it? Okay.
I'm saving my money.
That's why I went fishing.
I don't know how to fish.
Fair enough. Neither does Zephyr.
I got lucky.
All right. So at the end of the 2 days, the priest sends a messenger for all of you to come or to return to his temple.
Okay,
I head back.
I'm heading back.
All right. So, what about you, Zephyr? You gonna answer the summons, or are you too drunk to move?
We'll stumble over there.
All right. So you stumble drunkenly into the tent. The last two arrive, and when you get there, the two of you arrive roughly the same time. And when you enter the tent, the first thing you see is the blade. Holy shit!
That
Is
is big.
Yeah, it is currently sitting on a stand that holds it up, but it's almost 7 feet long, including the handle, with neat serrated edges all the way down the blade. It appears to be glowing a faint white color that starts at the gem or in the part you recovered and spreads out. And just looking at it gives you an ominous feeling.
You forged the blade. Well, you didn't forge it, but you reforged it.
No, technically.
Um,
Forged it.
You had a part.
Is the priest gonna tell us what it's about?
The priest is nowhere to be seen.
What can I roll?
Little Shop of Horror style. What are you asking? Sorry.
I wouldn't know about this blade. What can I roll?
Trap sense.
You can roll appraisal.
Oh, that's
14.
All right. You know that this blade is one of a kind and highly valuable.
I mean, we could get some money off of it.
If you want to know like lore on it, you can roll history or religion. If you have those.
I do have both.
All right. Go ahead and roll for either of them.
History's better, so I'm gonna roll history.
All right.
That is 23.
All right. You know that this was, or kind of what you heard before, this is the first blade that was forged by the goddess Codex and was later broken by them as they're in a fit of anger after a disagreement in personality. The Blade's personality was notoriously cruel, and at one point was able to possess people and actually command them to do unspeakable acts.
You could almost say the Blade was a little cold.
She takes Ice Queen to a whole new level.
I look at the both of y'all and I'm just like, guys, I think we done it bad.
Can one of us search for the priest?
You absolutely can. Looking around the shop, you find him behind the forge. He seems to have committed suicide by disembowelment.
Oh, God.
You'd be more familiar. Seppuku, essentially.
I think I haven't seen it, but I'm just like, guys, we could have done a real bad.
Come over here.
Oh, what made you think that? There's a faintly cool female voice from the other side of the forge.
I'm just whispering to myself, oh no.
Or you hear faint footsteps coming around the side of the forge. Do you turn to look? It's all behind your backs.
Yeah.
All right, so Zephyr, you turn at least. The woman you see in your dreams is standing before you.
Yes.
Not the one you were hoping for, probably, but
No, half elf.
something like that.
Whatever.
So she says, or she looks at you and she says, "Thank you, Zephyr." Curry.
She knows my name.
I guess I'll turn and look at her.
She's giving you an equally pleased smile.
Oh, no.
Thank you as well.
Oh,
This
no.
is like that dream.
Is it?
Yay!
And Dalek.
I immediately tense up. I don't turn, I'm just, yes.
Look at me.
I slowly turn my head.
Look at me. A little more command.
I turn my whole body and I look at her.
Thank you as well.
You're welcome.
Now you're all gonna die.
Kind of looks the three of you over again. Much time has passed since I've been whole again, and I wish to see more of the world. You will take me with you.
Okay.
As the woman or the sword?
I mean, that's a good question.
I mean, is she the spirit and just manifesting in front of us, or is it
That's an Arcana roll. You're a barbarian, magic bad.
Oh, crap.
So what is
Knowledge Arcana.
I don't know what that is.
You don't have it.
Oh, okay. Well,
What'd you roll?
A 9.
Yes, you know that this is the sword projecting their own form. There is no
Okay.
actual physical body.
Yeah, this is just a spirit. We're going to have to carry the sword.
who's gonna carry it?
I look at my bag of holding.
No.
I'll carry it.
Okay.
I imagine that it would
Excellent
refuse to go into the bag of holding.
An most excellent choice, I'd say, even. So,
Someone tall enough to wield it.
come hither.
Walks over.
All right. As you approach the blade starts to shrink until it's about 3.5 feet long,
Yay.
roughly the same size. Are you going to pick it up? This is your last chance to run.
I really feel like you're about to get mind control.
Run away. Just run. I look at the spirit. Can I run away?
Oh, you can try.
Would you allow me?
I'm gonna pick
Are you talking to her? You're talking to me.
I'm talking to her.
Oh, you wish to run?
Uh-oh.
No.
Okay.
Do not think such thoughts. Such thoughts are treasonous.
Okay.
You don't like the way she says treasonous.
No, I do not. I did not like the way that she said, no, you will not. I don't like anything she said. I'm afraid.
I like the headache I've had for the past week. So what's your plan here?
Just grab it.
Pick it up.
All right. So as your hand makes contact with the blade, there's a slight psychic rush,
Oh god.
and then the world spins for a moment, and then everything goes back to normal. You are holding the sword, and for some reason, a sheath has appeared on your side as well. It seems to be a perfect fit for it. And you hear the cool voice of Frostbite in your head. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Yes. No, I mean no.
Yes, I mean no.
Wonderful.
I look at Zephyr. First time she's lied.
It's already starting.
So, where shall we travel to first? And I'm going to cut the session there.
Oh, okay.
Good night, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our tale.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. How do I change this? They're going to
End
see you for a
stream?
second. Where's in stream at?
Middle of the bottom.
Yep.